And we are up. We are live. We are good to go. We are settled in. We are as tight-knit and as cozy and as nestled as we need to be. As is warranted by circumstances. But anyway hello. How are you doing out there? How you doing? Happy Sunday afternoon, Sunday evening, Sunday night. Whichever you prefer, but happy Sunday, wherever you are, whoever you are, whenever you are, it is I, the Professor of Pugilism, the Archduke of Old School, the Lord of the Soup, the Master of Galaxies, the Man of the Hour, the Tower of Power, too sweet to be sour. Honcho Smith here. Welcome in. Welcome back. And, we're just gonna carry on. Just gonna carry on with more Steins Gate. Still got quite a bit to do. Do want to get through some more chapters here, which is why we're getting a little bit, just a little bit of an earlier start than I typically do. Let's go ahead and get started. So when we last left off last night, we were in the middle of this whole wish fulfillment business. And we were making one very specific wish. We were attempting to make one very specific D-mail request come true. So let's pick up here. About 22 hours have passed since I made my mind-blowingly awesome proclamation. Luca enters the lab shyly, just as he did yesterday. He gives me a bashful smile when our eyes meet. Alright, yeah, so no emails back in 1993, the year dear Luca over here was born. The only means of contacting his mother was through a pager. And if you know what a pager is, congratulations, you're about as old as I am. Older, perhaps. So it goes.
これで前に進めるわね。
ルカ氏女の子バージョンか。燃えるの確定。
Sure, let's go with that. Mayuri, Kurisu, and Daru are already on standby. Sending a D-mail to a pager. Yesterday, we argued about whether it's even possible. Eventually, we settled on probably. Data is data, after all. The rest depends on the pager radio wave stations 8 years ago, but it should be fine as long as our data gets through safely. We already Googled how to send data to a pager. For the pagers back then, you would first enter the other person's pager number, then, if in the Kanto region, enter #2#2. Or *2*2. Excuse me, I'm getting my old school phone terminology all mixed up. I hope that's not too much of a problem. Okay, just took a little sip there, tastes a little minty, I just brushed my teeth. Okay, giving a primer on how pagers used to work. After that, you would enter the numbers to send, that's how it worked apparently. Pagers in 1992 could still only send numbers. Phone number display functions were also yet to be implemented, so your number was hidden from the other person by default. A few years after that, pagers started to implement Japanese character displays, enabling functionality similar to that of email. Therefore, the D-mail Lukako's about to send, it's technically not a mail, though it has to be sent in numerical form. Naturally, I have a conversion table for that on hand. You can find that information even from 18 years ago, even longer now, but you can find that information from 18 years ago if you just Google it. I was pretty worried by the lack of information on pagers at first, but that's my little secret.
漆原さん、あとは過去のお母さんに向けての文章を僕がですか？
自分の夢を叶えたいなら自分自身で道を切り開くがいい。俺たちがしてやれる。
わかりました。
Okay. We explained to Lukaku the function of the phone wave name subject change. The numbers we're sending are 1-byte characters, so we can only send 36 of them. The pager's number-to-letter conversion system uses 2 numbers to correspond to 1 Japanese character. Furthermore, since you first need to input *2 *2, that means you can only send 16 hiragana characters. Lukaku, understanding, who's mailing me now. Oh no, he escaped, Nya. If we don't find him and kill him, misfortune will soon fall upon Akiba. Nya, his name is the end of tutorial. End of tutorial, I guess. He's small and nimble and he cries, "Choo-choo, Nya, come here quick." Where are we? Come here quick, Ferris needs your help, Nyan. I can help, but it won't be cheap. Alright, let's send that to her. I think if you go through all of these different chains, these different email responses, you unlock things like posters and like wallpapers in your phone. Maybe new ringtones. Yeah, I still have some Steam achievements that I haven't gotten on that end. You know, because I don't really know the paths for those. Okay. Lukaku, understanding everything, takes a notebook to begin writing drafts for the pager message. I show Lukaku the site I found. It reads, pager number and letter conversion. Pager typing is commonly known as two-touch typing or pager input. It's somewhat different from cell phone input. You choose the consonant and then input the vowel. The consonants are A, K, S, T, N, H, M, Y, R, W. The vowels are A, I, U, E, O. Huh, okay. Different order. Basically, to input K, you press 2 to input the consonant K, then you press 4 for the vowel E.
結構めんどいな。僕はてっきり831-831-831って打てばいいんだとばかり思っていた。
Daru, I'm not liking where this is going. 831, 831, 831.
どうして831なの？
Yeah, here it comes. Here it fucking comes.
831で野菜じゃん上皇。野菜っての。 Okay, that wasn't anything untoward. I mean, you could argue the whole past manipulation through this is a little sus, but that's neither here nor there. Yeah. Niku, that's meat, right?
一応聞いてやるがどういう意味だ?
I thought so. I know what that means. I am very much a no hablo nihongo individual, but I've picked up some things here and there over the years. Because Mayuri likes meat. I just think of the... How do we say that? Oya, spinning cat meme now. I mean, we don't have any actual cats in this game, but we do have cat girls. And how you doing, Lammy? How you doing? I hope everything's well on your side of things. Just getting an early start because there's still a whole lot of Steins Gate. I tripped over that. We still got a whole lot of Steins Gate to get through, and I'd like to get through it before the end of the month, or somewhere close to the end of the month. There's a lot to go through, but glad you can make it in, and I hope all is well on your side of things. That just reminds me of the Eminem song. I'm sorry, Mama. I never meant to hurt you. I never meant to make you cry, but tonight I'm cleaning out the closet. That one. That's what comes to mind. Off of the Eminem Show CD, which I had back in the day. From, like, 2003, I think. My closet's okay. Most of the stuff I have is on hangers, so it's not too big of a deal for me. I don't think my closets are particularly big, so... Although the shelves do carry a lot of 8-bit controller boxes. Because I have way too many of those. The mouse I am using right now is an 8-bit mouse. You know, the thing I'm using to do all the clicky and whatnot. Alright. Denied by Daru. Okay. Lukako completes his composition while we speak our nonsense.
こういう内容でどうでしょうか。母さん野菜をたくさん食べてね。
Mom, eat veggies, okay.
そのまま過ぎじゃね
Yeah, slightly vague.
冒頭の母さんは不要だろう。余計な疑念を抱かせるだけだ。
Hmm.
じゃあ野菜をたくさん食べると女の子を産めます。
Hmm.
ひねりすぎるのもね。
Little too
それ
direct.
に
Okay.
文字数オーバーしてるわよ。
Yeah.
野菜食べると元気な子を産める。
That's plausible. That could work. That could work.
ちょい待ちこの変換表によると濁点も数字2個で表現しないとダメっぽい
Voiced consonants. Okay.
その文章だと半角4文字オーバーする
Alright. Hmm.
ならば少し改変だ。野菜食うと元気な子を産めるでどうだ？
Okay, 4 instead of 4. Alright, that works. That's perfectly
言
fine.
い方が下品じゃない？相手は漆原さんのお母さんでしょ？食うとの部分通じるかな？
Hey man, she's only a potential mother at that point.
ならば代案を出してもらおうか。
Kurisu shrugs her shoulders and says no more. Then it's settled.
じゃあ早速打ってみようよ。
When sending to a pager, the number-encoded message is handled like a telephone number, so we enter the input into the X68000. Okay, *2, *2, 81311223134524032251250213743. The long, random-looking string of numbers is complete.
よし、準備万端 OK だ。
Now we just activate the phone wave named subject to change and have Lukako call. The microwave timer is set to 154152 seconds. Or 154,152 seconds. It should arrive around January 1st, 1993. The margin of error is around 1 to 3 days, I guess. Leap year calculations a pain, so I ignored it. Understandable. Okay, Lukako's slender again, with their arms and hands and fingers of everyone Rintaro could potentially be thirsty over. That's always his first observation. I mean, I'm kind of thinking he doesn't... Maybe he does have larger hands by comparison, but I doubt he has anything like big old goddamn gorilla paws or something. Okay, Lukako's slender finger starts to tremble on top of the enter button.
いいか。起動するぞ。
Trembling, I have plenty of friends who would be smashing that button like there was no tomorrow. And I love each and every one of them. Lukako looks at me with tears. Repeating L sounds can be a problem. Lukako looks at me with tears in his eyes, then nods faintly. Thunder! Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da! Thunder! Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da! The discharge phenomenon soon occurs. Lukako flinches and takes a step back, but then I see determination flare in his eyes. He sets his jaw and pushes the enter button. And we have created, yet another divergence. A wave of dizziness hits me again. I place a hand on the table to support myself. The dizziness slowly fades. Little by little, color returns to the world. Reading Steiner activated again. Did the world line change? I look around the room. Unlike what happened with Moeka, Lukako's still here. He blushes when he notices my stare. Yep, it's still Luka. I fold my arms and tilt my head. Lukako's appearance hasn't changed a bit. I'm paying particular attention to his chest, and his okay, we get the fucking point. As a guy, it's natural for him to have no breasts, but if he's a girl now, then that's a different story. That washboard isn't tiny breast level, it's no breast level, like your assistant, come on. Well, you can't always get what you want. So they eat lots of vegetables to give birth to a girl thing Kurisu talked about was nothing but fringe science. What kind of scientist believes such a flimsy theory, anyway? Everyone, including Lukako, looks at me in confusion. They don't remember. I slap a hand over my mouth as soon as I start talking. That was careless of me. As our previous experiments proved, the activation of reading Steiner means that the world line has changed, and I'm the only one who carries his memories through the change. Nobody else here knows what we did. Nothing. Nada nunca. Afterwards, Mayuri and Lukako happily go out shopping for lunch at a neighborhood convenience store. I mean, no lies detected. Yeah, same as it ever was. Damn. I can't ask now. It's really annoying that no one remembers. I don't want to think about how Kurisu might react if I suddenly ask, is Lukako a girl? I should wait until I can get Lukako alone and then check that. That line is already kinda sus, man. But considering how his appearance hasn't changed at all, it's very likely that the sex change has failed. Yeah, what kind of failure, man? You mean like a Hedwig and the Hangry... My new musical I'm writing right now, Hedwig and the Hangry Inch. In that case, what did Lukako's D-mail change? It's just like the Moeka experiment. The result is different from what we expected. The real problem is that we have no control. After I leave the lab, I head to Mei Queen Yan to think. Daru sits in front of me, waiting impatiently for Faris to bring our order. Yeah, kinda. Daru hasn't made a wish yet. It would probably be the most disgusting wish you could imagine. Now that's a selfish reason. Yeah, a little imprecise, a little unreliable. Okay. For starters, there's the problem of how I'm the only one who can recognize the changes. Without my special power, we wouldn't even be able to check the results of the experiment. Ridiculous. Hey, Mayuri. So you want to cosplay as a warrior from the Sengoku period? Alrighty, Mayushu will work extra hard to come up with something for Winter Komima. I know you'll be popular with the girls. I'm not sure how to feel about that. Mayuri, don't tell me you plan to send me out to the enemy. You cannot. You were fucking oblivious, homeboy. Not everything revolves around your chuny bullshit. Although regretfully, this game does.
確かに結果出てないよな。ロト6当てるって件はと。
保留中だ。
Although it was Lukako's mistake that cost us the prize, he would not have been in a position to make that mistake if I hadn't asked him to buy the ticket in my stead. Why did I do that? It's as if Shinescape guided the money away from my grasp. You are destined forever to be a broke bitch, Rintaro. No, I need to think positive. Use the power of positivity.
この法王院京馬ともあろう男がこんなところでつまずいていられるものか。俺は諦めたり。
言葉の意味はわからんが、とにかくすごい自信だ。あの電話レンジカッコ仮で、ゆくゆくは人間を、それも過去ばかりでなく未来にも向けて送り出すことができるように改良する。
Actually, now that I think about it.
いや、改良しなくてはならないのだ。
Yeah, sure.
それがシュタインズゲートの選択なのだからな。
Yeah. Oh, just who we needed. Okay. Here we go. Here's your cat. Here's your cat, girl. Alright, here's your spinning cat. Ferris is standing right next to me. Where the hell did she come from?
おのれフェイリス、盗み聞きとは卑劣な。
何言ってるのにゃ。京馬の声が大きすぎて店中に響き渡ってたにゃ。
What? No! Once again, I leak classified information concerning the future of mankind.
アイスコーヒーとアイスティーと猫マンマ、お待たせしましたにゃ。
Daru's order of cat food is one of this maid cafe's specialties. It's not the usual miso over rice, but a stylish risotto instead. It's one of Daru's favorites. It's actually pretty tasty. I've made risotto a few times, mostly pumpkin risotto. Mashed some pumpkin, mixed it in with the rice and stock, and put pieces of pumpkin in it as well to make it extra pumpkin-y. Ferris places the iced coffee in front of me.
ミルクとかむしろは入れますかにゃ。
断る。
そんな京馬には全部入れちゃうにゃ。脳には適度な糖分が必要にゃ。
What, is he like L from Death Note? Despite my refusal, Ferris pours all the milk and syrup into my glass.
にゃんにゃんにゃんにゃ。
Ugh, you jizzed in my glass, bro. Then, speaking some nonsense incantation, she mixes my iced coffee with the straw, and the whole time she stares straight into my eyes.
出た。これぞフェイリスさんの秘技。目を見て混ぜ混ぜだ。
Eye contact mix. Daru starts explaining it in excitement.
普通ならドリンクをこぼさないようにするだけでも大変なはずなのに、フェイリスさんはそれを平然とやってのける。そこにしびれる、憧れる。この秘技により、フェイリスさんはメイクインにおける人気ナンバーワンメイドとして君臨しているのだ。
May Queen Maid number 1. The iced coffee in the glass changes from black to brown. Damn, she's dragging me into her pace again. Next, Ferris performs the same technique on Daru.
フェイリスさん、ありがとうございます。おいしくいただきます。
He bows deeply, such a polite man. I take a sip of my iced coffee. Its bitterness and sweetness flow down my throat. When I look up, I see Ferris standing next to me, her silver tray in front of her waist.
なんだ。何か用事か。
続きを聞かせるにゃ。京馬とダルにゃ面白そうなお話してたにゃ。タイムマシンがどうとかって。
Alright, a fun little chit cat. She gives me a babyish look with upturned eyes. But I firmly reject her.
極秘事項だ。部外者には明かせん。
Yes, that's the first instance of his straight up begone thoughtness we've seen so far.
店中に響き渡るぐらい大声で話してたのはどこの誰や？
だ、
She got you there.
ダルニャー。フェイリスに教えてほしいにゃ。
She's targeting Daru now. Don't underestimate him, Faris Nyan Yan. Daru is my most trustworthy right-hand man, the wizard-class super Haka. He won't be tricked into divulging classified information.
実はメールを過去に送れるっていうすげえマシンを作ったんだお。主に僕が。
Ah, fuck it. And he's broken. Women are scary.
それってつまりタイムマシンってことにゃ。
そういうことになるかな。
タイムマシンを作ったなんてすっごいにゃ。フェイリスはダルニャンの頭の良さにキュンキュンしそうだにゃ。
Makes her little kitty heart go doki doki.
マジで？困ったな。うへうへ。
Dumbass. What's with that grin?
フェイリスはタイムマシンに乗って時間旅行するのが夢なのにゃ。
What could a cat want with a time
連
machine?
れてってあげるよ。
だる。安請け合いするな。
Don't write checks that your ass can't cash.
ところで昔から疑問だったんやけど、時間ってどんなものなのかにゃ。
何？
よく時間を川に例えて、過去から未来に向かって流れてるとか言うにゃ。でも本当にそうなのかにゃ。もし川の流れだとして過去と未来に挟まれた現在はどこにあるのにゃ。それは点なのか線なのか。そもそも
そういえば漠然とイメージはあるけど真面目に考えたことはないな。
Yeah, she's now trying to butter you up intellectually.
現在は川の上に浮かぶ葉っぱだ。それは過去から未来へと流れに沿って、
そんじゃその葉っぱに全ての人間が乗ってるって考えればいいのかにゃ。死んだら
そういうことだろう。その葉っぱのある地点より川の上流は過去、下流が未来と定義できる。
Right.
ふにゃー。その葉っぱは人間にとっての現在にゃ。
というと、
人間が時間に単位を作って観測してるから葉っぱは現在だってわかるにゃ。けど
I mean, would time exist without humans? It is strictly a human construct.
例えば全宇宙すべての生き物が絶滅しちゃった世界だと現在を観測できる存在がいなくなっちゃうと思うのにゃ。
I can't believe the pink-haired cat girl is getting all existential on us.
その場合どこが現在になるのにゃ。
神様とか宇宙の意志とかが観測するんじゃね。
The grand will of the macrocosm.
じゃあもしその神様が4次元的存在だとしたら過去にも未来にも自由に生きることになるにゃ。
Alright, four-dimensional being. Four-dimensional space-time is comprised of the three spatial dimensions plus the fourth dimension, time. Three-dimensional beings like humans can only move in the three spatial dimensions. A four-dimensional being would be able to move through time as easily as humans can move through air.
その神様の現在が基準になるならフェイリスたちの現在も過去方向に行ったり未来方向に行ったりしないとおかしい。
むむむ。
つまり
Rintaro,
現在は
you got an answer for
時
us?
間に委ねられると言いたいのか。
もしそうなら過去と未来も主観次第になっちゃうにゃ。もしタイムマシンでフェイリスが1週間前にタイムトラベルしたとしたら京馬やダルニャンの現在とフェイリスの現在は1週間ずれちゃうにゃ。
そういえばそうだな。
だとしたらそのズレは 葉っぱだとどうやって表現するのにゃ？
Neither Daru nor I has an answer to that. Perhaps nobody has an answer, just like the collapse of causality thing that Kurisu mentioned. Does that mean that the time machine and time travel are impossible after all? But CERN's jellified test subjects physically traveled as far back as 1921.
そもそも観測者の主観に委ねられるなら時計は関係なくなっちゃうのにゃ。楽しい時間は早く過ぎるし、辛い時は時間が過ぎるのが遅く感じるにゃ。つまり主観だと時間の流れは変動しちゃうにゃ。
そういえばさ、年を取るにつれて時間の流れって早くなってるような気がするよな。
ジャネの法則だな。
Janet's Law. Okay, a perspective on the passage of time by proposed psychologist Janet. For some reason, as one ages, time seems to pass on by more quickly. For example, 1 year is 1/7 of a 7-year-old's life, but only 1/70th of a 70-year-old's life. By this reasoning, the subjective length of time is inversely proportional to age. Why did they call it Janet's Law, unless... The only thing I can think of... Let's see... Let me check. Jackson... Control... There was a song on her album. A song by Janet Jackson off of, the Control album. Funny how time flies when you're having fun. That's the last song off of her album Control. So maybe, I don't know, is that what they're referring to? Because that's the only time a person named Janet that I can think of had any kind of like reflection on time. I don't know, maybe I don't. I mean, if they put a Janet Jackson reference in here, well, that's something.
とまあ、フェイリスはたまにそんなことを考えてるのにゃ。だから安易に時間を川の流れに例えるのはちょっと違うよ。
考えれば考えるほどこんがらがってきたな。
Yeah, mucho más complication. The strict definition of time, similar to the question of where is the self, is one of humanity's eternal questions. Countless renowned scholars have left this question unanswered. There's no way amateurs like us can answer it. But there's one thing I can do. Alright, we're gonna pick up the pace a little bit here.
俺たちが開発するタイムマシンはそういう哲学的であったり物理学的考察など関係なく時空跳躍を可能
Yeah,
に
he has no problems doing this in public now.
そういうこと。
にゃー、開き直っちゃったにゃ。でもダルニャンたちの作ったタイムマシン、フェイリスも使ってみたいにゃ。ダメ？
まあ僕の権限ならフェイリスさんにも使わせてあげなくもないよ。
Well, she cracked Daru already.
ダル、勝手なことをほざくな。
Paris springs up with joy and hugs Daru's rotund body. That's all it takes to make Daru look like he's died and gone to heaven. After killing some time at May Queen, I leave Daru and head back to the lab. The only person there is Mayuri. She's working on a costume.
マユリよ、今のお前の姿はまるで内職で夜なべしているようだぞ。
Midnight Oil. Where do we go when the world is turning? Ba-ba. Where do we sleep when the beds are burning?
夜鍋って何？夜にお鍋を食べるの？
Sigh, kids. Don't act like a fucking boomer, man. Come on.
ちなみにね、
You haven't earned the weariness
は取らない主義なのです。
that flies from your tongue. You haven't earned the weariness that sounds so jaded. on your tongue. She seems like she understood the rest of what I said. It was just a joke anyway.
趣味は趣味のままがいいもん。それにね、自分の作ったコスを誰かに着てもらうだけで幸せなんだ。
Yeah, I see that. That's a valid worldview. I mean, if I had to make this shit I'm doing right now into a job, I would hate every single day of my life with every fiber of my being.
将来は服飾デザイナーにでもなるのか？
Come to think of it, Mayuri has never talked about her future.
それは無理だよ。
だったら将来の夢は何だ？ちなみに俺は世界の支配構造を
Yeah, we're well aware of that.
マヨシーはとりあえずね、このラボでのんびり。
Yeah, Mayuri just wants to hang out with the homies.
何？生涯ラボ面宣言か？その志の高さは買うが、このラボは採算度外視なのだ。飯は食っ。
ねえねえオカリン、ラボ面6人になったね。こんなに増えるなんてね、マヨシーは思ってもなかった。
Wait, okay, so we don't have Moeka in this timeline. She's not a lab mem. At least I don't think she wasn't officially made one. There's Rintaro, Daru, Mayuri, Kurisu, Lukako. Did we make Suzuha one yet? Because I know we can't count Moeka just yet. I don't think we've added Faris, technically. Although well, stay tuned for that. That's a sudden change in topic. And for some reason, she's puffing her chest out in pride.
マヨシーが人質になった甲斐があったかも。
いいな。断じていいなだ。我がラボに集った者たちは全員、この俺の策略によりまんまとラボ面にさせられた連中に過ぎないのだからな。
Alright, simmer down.
言い方はよく
Simmer down there, Stickly.
それにね、マヨシーはまんまとさせられてないよ。
あ、そうだったな。お前は自分からこのラボに来たのだった。
She joined the lab without my ever asking. When she appeared in the doorway and offered to join, I thought she was a goddess sent down from heaven.
ねえ、オカリン。オカリンはこれからもマヨシーのこと。
Yeah, that terminology comes up a lot. Is that a joke or a serious question? I can't tell.
お前は人質のままでいたいのか？
Mayuri drops the costume in her hand. And then she smiles shyly.
痛いかも。
なんというド M な娘だ。お前がそんなはしたない女だったとは思わなかったぞ。
Hey, now, masochist is too big a word for her.
だって人質でいればね、マヨシーは寂しくないし。
そうか。
Sometimes Mayuri throws me off my game. But if that's her reason for staying at the lab, then I'm happy.
そろそろマヨシーは帰るね。
Mayuri stands up and starts putting away her various sewing tools.
マヨリ。帰りがけに何か食っていくか。おごるぞ。
本当？どうしたの？
Yeah, steals all of her fucking bananas.
今日の俺は気分がいいのだ。
じゃあね、キッチン二郎がいいな。あそこのメンチカツはね、神なのです。
I haven't made cutlets in a while. She'll get no argument from me.
任せるがいい。
オカリン大好き。マヨシーはとっても幸せ。
Aww. Well, at least she's easy to please. Mayuri and I head for Kitchen Jiro. After that, I'll see her safely to the station. I spend the next morning doing laundry at the nearby laundromat. When I return to the lab just past noon, Daru, Mayuri, and Kurisu are all assembled. Too late, baby, well, it's too late, but we really did try to make it. I mean, I could have read that. Hold on. Okay, it's too late, Nya, and... What are you talking about? You haven't told me anything. Okay. Alright, the science team is here.
研究熱心なラボメンばかりで頼もしい限りだ。
そうよね。
Kurisu sighs deeply.
夏真っ盛りのこの時期にバカンスにも行かずにこんな暑苦しい場所で変態どもと話してるなんて。
I mean, you chose to be here, sweetheart.
どこで選択を誤ったんだろう。
I ask myself that all the time. Don't worry. She's really giving us a verbal beatdown.
涙を拭け。友達が一人もいない実験大好きっ子よ。
Oh, that's... eh.
泣いたらんわ。
I'm not crying and I'm not
メールで呼び
friendless.
つけたのはあんただろ。
いかにも俺だ。だが律儀にそれに従い、こうして時間通りにラボへ来たのは。
クリスちゃんはね、本当はとっても素直で真面目な女の子なんだって。
Well, at least Mayuri still loves you. Mayuri smiles as she eats some nuggets from McD's, also known in Australia as Macca's, Golden Arch, etc.
そんなクリスちゃんがね、マユシーはとっても愛おしいの。ナゲット食べながらいきなり何言い出すのよ、この子。
You have something against nuggets? Don't let it bother you, that's just Mayuri's nature. I've been with her for a long time, so I'm used to it.
ユリフラグですね。わかります。
Flag. A metafiction term refers to common methods of foreshadowing particular events. A death flag, for example, suggests that a character will die shortly. Death flags and romance flags are the most frequent. Wonder why they dropped the flag definition here. Wonder why they dropped that in our lap right now. Unget it.
はい、クリスちゃんにナゲット1個あげるね。ありがとう。
While listening to their heartwarming banter, I go to put my laundry on the table. However...
そんなところに置くなよ。汚いな。
No, he just took it back from it. Thought he took it back from the wash. Yeah, he just washed it. Should be clean. Should taste, it'll make your nuggets taste like detergent. By the way, Christina, do you wanna try a tasty Tide Pod? Mayuri's probably eaten a Tide Pod before.
知るか。年頃の女子がいる前にパンツを含む洗濯物を堂々と置くのはデリカシーなさすぎだろって言ってんの。
Look, I show you yours, you show me mine, that's how it goes.
俺のパンツが気になってしょうがないのならばそう言え。
気になってなんかないわよ。二人ともパンツ言うの禁止。マユシーは食事中なんだよ。
そうは言いつつも、口にナゲットを運ぶ手は止めないのな。
Eat all the nuggets.
俺の話の腰を折るな。
I end up putting my laundry in the changing room.
昨日、ダルには話したが、これまでの一連の実験の結果を受けて気づいたことがある。D メールには不確定要素が強すぎるということだ。結果に対する
Too many variables, don't know what'll happen.
しょうがないんじゃない？受け取った側がどういう対応をするかに結果が委ねられる。逆に言えば、相手の性格、性質を分析し、誘導させることだって可能かもしれないし。
Okay, oh, now you're the one talking about manipulation.
そういう心理学的な要素を考えるのは
どこぞの法王院パンツさんには無理かもしれないけど。
Hoin Pantsu. Okay.
マキセ氏さ、パンツって言いたいだけちゃうんかと。
I just made you say underwear.
パンツはともかくとして D メールにまだ博打のような感覚があるのは確実。
And for the record, my sets are very boring. Just various shades of blue, black, and gray. In case you were curious. I need a more reliable time machine before I can expose CERN and the organization and plunge the world into chaos.
そこで今回諸君に集まってもらったのは他でもない。本日の円卓会議の議題は、
またいつの間にか円卓会議にされてるし。
Yes, another one of
や
those.
りたいならせめて円卓を買ってきなさいよ。
This could have been an email.
違うよ。
Or a D-mail in this instance.
あのね、この前オカリンが言ってたけど、
まゆりさんって本当に純真な子なのね。でも岡部の言うことはあんまり真に受けない方がいい。
How far can I move while blocking old Kurisu here? Alright.
そうなの？
円卓の定義など今はどうでもいいのだ。それよりも議題は
Okay, the meeting
D メール
today.
ではなく、セルンと同じように物理的タイムトラベルを行う方法を模索したいという件についてだ。
Alright, send him to the past.
バカ言わないで。
That was fast. And she's glaring at me even harder than she was during the whole underwear thing.
セルンがあれだけの大規模な装置を使ってすでに9年もかけてるのにまだ成功すらしてないんだぞ。
Mm-hmm.
私たちにどうにかできるわけないじゃない。
ゲルオカリンになっちゃうね。
ゲロカエルン的なつうかあれ、なんで流行ったんだろうな。
Yarrow Froggy. A series of plush straps featuring an ugly yet ugly cute frog character, which became a fad among high school girls in Shibuya 1 year ago. After the Shibuya earthquake, the series was cancelled and their popularity faded rapidly. Basically, their equivalent of, those little fuzzy fuckers they got right now, Labubu. Set your Labubu on fire.
いや、笑
In a safe way.
諦めるには早すぎるのではないか。我らはすでに D メールという
Okay.
人類史上初の快挙を達成し
Yeah,
たで
beat
はない
your
か。
chest with the whole D-mail
だ
thing.
から史上初じゃないって。セルンの方が先じゃね？
人類史上初の時空を超えるメール。それを成し遂げた俺たちに不可能。
根拠のない自信ね。そもそも D メールが使えるようになったのだって。
Yeah, just a big ol' accident.
未だにリフターに代替しているものが何なのかすら解明できていない。
それが解明できればいいのだろう。
Alright. Figure out the lifter.
全然ダメ。セルンですら解決できていない問題にはどう対処する？
Well, we're special.
局所場指定ができないんじゃどこに飛ぶかわからない。
何もない宇宙のど真ん中に飛ばされるのはごめんだお。
That is a problem. If you can't control where you'll end up, your time machine is worthless.
いや、ちょっと待て。D メールは局所場指定をしていないぞ。にもかかわらず、きちんと指定先に届いている。
言われてみれば。
Mm-hmm.
メルアド指定してるからちゃんと届いてるんじゃね？
そうなのかな。携帯の電波なんて何千万キロも離れた場所から細く。
Right.
電波が届かないところにいますってなるんじゃないかなって。
Right.
マユシーは思います。
Okay. I stare at my phone.
あるいは携帯電話はブラックホールとホワイトホールを
White hole. The reverse of a black hole, while nothing can escape a black hole, everything is ejected from a white hole. The existence of white holes is hinted at theoretically, but actual proof is impossible. They have never been observed.
兼ねているのかも。
憶測で物を言うべきじゃない。そんなの根拠ゼロよ。
ワームホールができている可能性は？
未だかつてワームホールの実在が確認されたことはない。
I groan. Kurisu and Daru fall silent. The problem has them stumped too. Mayuri's the only one smiling. She probably doesn't understand and is just smiling because she feels like it.
いずれにせよ、厳然たる事実として D メールは過去に届いている。それがセルンに対して俺たちがリードしている点だ。タイムトラベルについても D メールを応用すれば。
Alright, trying to think of the next big step here.
でもさ、D メールじゃ36バイトプラスアルファのデータ量しか送れないじゃん。
Need to send more bytes.
人間を丸々物理転送させるなんてマジ無理。
How many bytes in a whole human? It's the same problem that CERN is having and the reason their subjects turned into jellymen.
ゲルオカリンになりたければ止めないわよ。
My favorite post-punk band, Echo and the Jellymen. Recalling the fate of CERN's researchers makes my skin crawl. Kerr black holes, ring singularities, supergravitational space-time distortions. If you can adjust the lifter's volume of electron injection, you might be able to make the ring singularities naked. But even CERN is having a hard time controlling the lifter. Even if we do figure out what's functioning as the lifter in our time machine, I doubt we'll be able to solve the problem easily. Meaning that at present, we can only send a mere 36 bytes of data. Okay. Hold on, I gotta go do something real quick. I gotta go check on something real quick. Let me put the break time boys up and I'll be back with you shortly. BRB. then. Alright. Okay, just had to take care of, that real quick. Okay. Yeah, so, meaning that at present we can only send a mere 36 bytes of data. I wonder how much data there is in a human body. Yeah, I was touching on that earlier. I bet it's more than an exabyte. What do we get there? 10 to the 18th power. Prefixes are kilo, mega, giga, tera, peta, exa. In order of increasing magnitude, 1 exa equal 1 quintillion.
物理的転送なんて考えない方が身のためね。
Alright.
データだけのタイムトラベルだけでもすごいことなんだから、それで我慢すべき。
Okay, sending data through time is enough, huh?
世の真理を探求する科学者とは思えない。後ろ向きな発言だな。
身の丈に合ったことを考えろって言っている。真理を探求するなら、しかるべき頭脳と設備とお金を揃えないと。少なくともセルン並みにはね。こんな貧乏サークルじゃ。
Yeah, we do not have the personnel.
何もできない。
We do not have the funding.
前から思ってたけど、電話レンジはちゃんとした研究機関に持ち込んで、専門家に委ねるべきよ。
Oh, this should go over well.
セルンがタイムマシンの研究を極秘にしてるなら、私たちはきちんと公表して人類の未来のために役立てなきゃ。
もし公表すれば機関のやつらに俺の存在を気づかれる。
あのね、こっちは真面目に話してるんだぞ。冗談言ってる場合じゃ。
それに俺たちはセルンをハッキングした身だ。
Well, there is that.
奴らは人体実験までしている非常な連中。その背後には国家の枠組みさえ超えた強大な権力も見え隠れする。
Alright.
もし電話レンジカッコ仮を公表すれば、俺たちは消されるかもしれん。
Have them disappeared.
見すぎじゃない。
300人委員会という名前が実際にセルンの資料にあった。
Uh-huh.
そうだけど。
Yeah, so what? Kurisu's tone weakens.
なんだかマユシーは怖いよ。
Mayuri, you're scared of your own shadow.
ハッキングがバレたらガチで僕たち消されそうだよね。バレるようなヘマはしてないけど。
Yeah, totally not your fault, Daru. It won't be your fault. I lower my voice and look hard at each one of them in turn.
公表してしまったら、もう好き勝手に D メールが送れなくなるではないか。
Oh, okay, yeah, that's the most important thing.
あんたね。
この夢の装置をそう簡単に手放すものか。俺は法王院京馬。時空を支配する京馬。
Yes, I know. Chaos, chaos, chaos.
早くなんとかしないと。
This guy's hopeless, better do something quick. A quotation from a popular manga about death notes spoken by the protagonist in reference to his female accomplice. Original quote, "This girl's hopeless, I better do something quick," used to express exasperation. More Chandler shit. Everybody freezes.
クリスティーナ、お前、アットチャンネル。
うるさい。それ以上言うな。そんなわけないから。
Hirasu gives me her sharpest glare yet. Her eyes are so cold my spine turns to ice. I nod and swallow what I was going to say.
そういえばダルよ。セルンへのハッキングはその後、さらに進んだか？
He did say it would take time to learn how to use the IBM 5100. But I know he's been coming to the lab every day to work on it. His monitor is always displaying some kind of program, and his fingers are always busy on the keyboard.
ああ、今はセルンの膨大な資料を漁ってるとこ。 翻訳しながら全部読むのに何年かかるやら。一応重要そうなところはマキセ氏に渡しておいた。まあ基本的には僕にはもうやれることはないよ。セルンは今や僕の思いのまま。
お前が味方でよかったとつくづく思うよ。
If only you weren't so weak to seduction.
それでクリスティーナ、翻訳状況について報告を。
そのいちいち芝居がかった喋り方、どうにかならない？なんか
Alright.
軽くイラッとくる。
What did he... What was that? Hellstar? Hellstar, says Hell with a smile on her face. Mayuri takes a cute idol-like pose and smiles for some reason.
クリスちゃん、オカリンの幼なじみとして教えてあげると。
そのうちっていうのが10年後じゃないことを祈るわ。
お前、この俺と10年来の付き合いをしたいというのか？それはつまりこのラボに骨を埋めるという意味。
皮肉よ、皮肉。
そうか。ではさっさと報告しろ、クリスティーナ。でなければお前のことをネラーと呼ぶ。
違うっつってんでしょ。
She glares at me again. My blood goes cold.
一応時間を見て翻訳は進めてるけど、今のところタイムマシンに関する目新しい情報はなし。やっぱりセルンも問題の解決策を見つけようと四苦八苦してる。
Maybe they'll have to wait another 24 years, like Tiders said.
ダル、他に成果は？
成果じゃないけど、今セルンは実験の真っ最中みたいでさ。そこに割り込んでこっそり使わせてもらえないかなって模索中。
Yeah, yeah. Kurisu's stunned. Honestly, so am I.
それってすごいの？
すごいどころじゃない。とんでもないことやらかそうとしてるわね。スーパーハカー、恐ろしい子。
What a monster. A quotation from a classic manga about glass masks used to express amazement at someone's incredible skills.
おい、クリスティーナ。お前わざとだ。
何のこと？
She's a channeler, no doubt about it.
でもまあそれができるようになったところで使い道なんてないだろうけどな。
作戦は順調だな。第3段階にはいつ入れる？
There was a stage 3.
3段階って何ぞ？
Yeah, I was about to say.
セルンがひた隠しにしている禁断の領域。そこに隠された闇を暴くことに決まっている。
日本語で OK。
IBN5100 で構築されたデータベースがあっただろう。そこへのハッキングにはもう着手したのか。
Daru frowns.
ああ、それは無理って言ったじゃん。
IBN5100 さえあればなんとかなるんだろう。
なる。でも逆に言えばだからこそ手も足も出ないわけで。
Uh-oh. Yeah. Oh, okay, okay. Did we phone waved our way out of ownership of the IBN. Again, this feeling of disconnect. The conversation isn't making sense.
IBN5100 は俺が手に入れてきただろう。まだ触ってもいないのか。
Uh-oh.
え？手に入れてきた？いつ？
Puzzled, I look at Kurisu and Mayuri. Mayuri looks confused, like always. Kurisu meets my eyes and shrugs her shoulders.
私も聞いてないわよ。手に入れたなんて話は。
Uh-huh.
バカな。
That just can't be. I dash into the development room. The IBN 5100 I borrowed from Yanabayashi Shrine should be on the shelf inside. It's in a cardboard box, and it weighs 25 kilos. Too heavy for a single person to carry. But when I go to look, it's no longer where I left it.
IBN5100 ここに置いてあったのにどこに消えた
Oh, one of our time warps made it go bye-bye. Everyone looks at me in surprise.
何を鳩が豆鉄砲食らったみたいな顔している柳林神社に奉納されていた伝説のレトロ PC だお前たちもよく知っているだろ
そんなの知らないよ。
柳林神社に奉納ってそんなアホな。
幻覚でも見てたんじゃない？最近暑いから。
Despair drags me down like quicksand. We can't hack that database without the IBN 5100. Who stole it? The organization? CERN? CERN is a possibility. Maybe they noticed our hacking and stole the IBN 5100 from the lab. No. Even if they could steal the IBN 5100 from the lab, they can't steal Mayuri and Daru's memories of it. What happened? Kiryu Moeka. Maybe I should check with her first. Could someone other than Moeka have stolen the IBN 5100? I consider the possibilities. I send the mail to Moeka. I don't know if I'll get a response. Why am I sending her a mail like this? The reason's obvious. I want to test her. If it was an inside crime, then Moeka's the prime suspect, considering her strange attachment to the IBN 5100. I wait a while, but no reply comes. Of course, even if Moeka were the culprit, she wouldn't just admit it.
落ち着け。順序立てなくていいから思いつくままに一つずつゆっくり話して。分類。
I wipe my sweat with a handkerchief, then slowly explain the purpose of the IBN 5100 and how I came to obtain one.
IBN5100 が消えたのは、これまでに過去を改変した誰かの。
おお、俺の話を信じてくれるのだな。
でも、私の主観では、これまでに送った D メールは些細な内容ばかりよ。
最初に電話レンジちゃんがタイムマシーンだって気づくきっかけになったの。
オカリンは変態って内容で送ったよな。
Now that was at the start.
あとは D メール実験で私が岡部の携帯に何十通も送った。でも
僕も2通送ったお。フェイリスタンとの勝負に勝てる秘策を。
There was that.
岡部が一番最初に偶然送った私が死んでるうんぬんってメール。
だが俺の主観ではそれ以外にも何通か送られている。
ロト6の当たり番号を書いて送ったんだっけ。ルカちゃんが
岡部以外は送ったところを誰も知らないけどね。
だがお前たちにもその後で見せたはずだぞ。俺の携帯に残っていた着信履歴を。
あれは
I think you're overlooking something big, Okabe. Overlooking something big.
これぐらいじゃないかな。
いや、まだある。萌香とルカ子が
Part-time warrior. Okay. Last time I fell asleep at work, the boss woke me up with his fist. Ow. Well, no one to blame but myself. Okay, that's from Suzuha.
そうだった。でも、そう主張しているのは岡部だけなのよね。私も橋田もまゆりさんも。
まゆし しいわ。なんだか頭がこ
Getting a headache and indigestion.
だから言っているだろ。世界が改変される前と後で記憶を連続して持っていられるのは俺だけなのだ。
それであんたの主観ではその IBN5100 はいつ消えたの？ついさっきの話なの？
それは
Alright, think, man, think. I put my index finger to my forehead and search my memories. IBN 5100, IBN 5100.
確か8月3日だ。記憶では
Okay, August 3rd.
間違いないのね。
と思いたいが。
We think so. So many things have happened, my memories are a jumble. Let's go over the events which led me to obtaining the IBN 5100. I heard that Ferris was a retro PC maniac who knew about the IBN 5100. I learned that 9 years ago she donated her IBN 5100 to Yanabayashi Shrine. I asked Lukako's dad for help and he lent me the IBN 5100 just like that. Mission complete. At the very least, Ferris and Lukako should remember what happened. I should give them a call. I'll call Lukako first.
はい、岡部さん、こんにちは。おとといは恥ずかしいところ見られちゃって。
恥ずかしいところ？
コスプレを。
Oh, it's a costume. Who cares? Oh, that was just Lukako getting embarrassed for no reason.
それより IBN5100 について聞きたい。
The I-beam, yes, the I-beam 5.
IBN5100 柳林神社に9年ほど前に預けられたレトロなパソコンのことだ。知っているな。
Okay. He remembers. Lukako really remembers.
俺が少し前に神社に行って探し当てたんだよな。それでお前の親父さんに頼んで貸してもらった。間違いないよな。
そんなはずは。
違うのか？
僕の記憶ではそんなことはなかったような気が。
What? Is this another effect of changing the past?
IBN5100 がその神社にあったのは事実なんだな。今もあるのか？
いえ、わかりませ
Doesn't
ん。
know the
今
details.
どこにいる？近くにお前の親父さんはいるか？
いません。
そうか。わかった。
Alright.
はい。すみません。お役に立てなくて。
Okay, the IBN 5100 was at Yanabayashi Shrine. That's a fact. And Lukako knew that. I need to check if it's still there or not. Could the IBN 5100 have returned to the shrine? Did that huge retro PC sprout legs and trot back? That's just silly. But Gelbanis have teleported out of the microwave. Moika also instantly moved from the lab to somewhere else. Considering that, it's entirely possible that the same thing happened to the IBN 5100. Maybe I should go check later. Next is Ferris. By the way, I haven't told Ferris my phone number. I'm afraid that if I talk to her on the phone, she'll drag me into her usual nonsense. So there's only one option.
マユリオ、フェイリスと連絡を取りたい。
Okay, Mayuri's eating an eclair. She must have stuck some in the fridge while I wasn't looking.
おかりんも食べる？おいしいよ。
Now that she mentions it, Kurisu and Daru are eating too.
のんきな奴らだな。このラボで不可解なことが起きたというのに。
すべて岡部の妄想って可能性もあるわけだし、慌てたって。
Yeah, no need to doki doki panic. It's not just in my head, it's not.
フェリスちゃんに用事
のフェイリスタンはバイト休みだお。
Well done, Daru. You know Faris's schedule better than her co-worker. I award you the title of Faris Stalker.
マイレは奴の携帯番号を知っているだろう。連絡を取ってみてくれ。
いいよ。
Mayuri takes out her phone and makes a call. After a short wait, Mayuri smiles.
フェリスちゃん、こんにちにゃんにゃん。
Good afternoon.
にゃん
Oh, right, this is the first time Kurisu has heard Mayuri speak Nyan-Nyanian.
休みなのにごめんね。オカリンがフェリスちゃんと話す。オカリンはオカリンだもん。今日も
The hell are they talking about? By the way, Faris is the only person who calls me by my true name, Yoin Kyoma. I'm thankful for that, but she still drives me crazy.
とにかく変わるね。はい、オカリン。
Oh, she's got like a seafoam green sort of phone. I take Mayuri's phone. Faris's face is displayed on the LCD. She's wearing cat ears even though it's her day off.
俺だ。おーい、今日もだ。
にゃん。今日がフェイリスの用事なんて珍しいにゃん。
どうしても聞きたいことがあったんだ。お前は昔、柳林神社にレトロ PC を奉納した。それに間違いはない。何？にゃんとはどういう意味にゃ？
It's like aloha and aloha. Very contextual. Ah, crap, I started to talk like her. Kurisu bursts out laughing. Looks like she heard.
間違いないにゃんっていう意味にゃ。IBN5100 っていう名前だって知ったのはすごく最近やけど。
何？最近知ったとはどういう？
ダルニャンに教えてもらったのにゃ。
So that's it. At any rate, Faris has confirmed that the IBN 5100 was at Yanabayashi Shrine. So did the IBN 5100 disappear from the lab after I retrieved it? No. Kurisu and the others lost their memories of me bringing it back to the lab, so I'm considering two possibilities. One, I went to the shrine but didn't acquire the IBN 5100, it's still at the shrine. Two, before I went to the shrine, someone moved the IBN 5100 somewhere else. Looks like I'll have to go to the shrine after all.
レトロ PC がどうしたのにゃ。
いや、
Faris was a retro PC maniac, wasn't she? Let's just make sure.
IBN5100 について他に情報はないか？超レアな PC なんだ。お前はカリスマメイドとして
Charisma build.
強いネットワークを持っているだろう。それを使って今秋葉にある IBN5100 を探してもらいたい。
Yeah, use your contact of every maid and cat girl in the city. We only need to find one. It doesn't matter if it's the one I found at the shrine.
ふんにゃー。探してもいいけど条件があるにゃ。
条件？
Is she trying to strike a deal? That's unexpected.
聞こう。
Let's hear your terms and conditions.
じゃあこれからフェイリスのお家まで来てほしいのにゃ。
うちだと？お前のうちはどこだ？
I quickly prepare a memo pad and write down the address Faris recites.
なんだ？お前秋葉に住んでいるのか？
That'll make things quick. Judging by the address, it should be right next to the station.
それじゃ待ってるにゃ。
I return Mayuri's phone and stand up from the couch. Let's stop by Yanabayashi Shrine and then head to Faris's place.
で、
I look over my shoulder with a frown.
なぜお前たちまでついてくるんだ？
Mayuri and Daru are following me, even though I didn't ask them to come. Kurisu stayed back at the lab.
だってね、マユシーはフェリスちゃんのお家遊びに行ったことないんだ。
And neither have we in the story so far.
一度ね、
つうかフェイリスタンのプライベートとか突せざるを得ないだろ上皇。
Oh, it might be a bad idea to take the Ferris stalker along. A really bad idea. Well, whatever, if Ferris has a problem with it, then we can send him away when we get there. Nothing else matters as long as I get Ferris to search for an IBN 5100. Of course, if the IBN 5100's at Yanabayashi Shrine, then that won't even be necessary. I stopped by the shrine, but Lukako's not there. I guess he was out when he answered the phone earlier. I've got no other choice, so I go to the Humble Shrine office, and press the intercom button. Luca's dad comes out. When I try asking him if the IBN 5100 was donated to the shrine, he answers, it certainly was. But after he tries looking for it, he says he can't find it anywhere, and he has no idea where it went. I asked him if he lent me the IBN 5100 before, but that event is gone from his memory. Oh, what's going on here? While heading towards Ferris's place, I analyze the situation. The IBN 5100 has disappeared from the lab even though it was just there a few days ago. It has also disappeared from Yanabayashi Shrine. It's like some god is messing with me, moving it every time I get close. The D-mails definitely have something to do with this. I can only begin to imagine how the past has changed. At any rate, it looks like we'll have to rely on Ferris. The usual weekend crowd packs the front of Akiba Station. Girls dressed in maid outfits and school uniforms diligently distribute flyers to the passers-by. I appreciate their efforts in this god-awful heat. After a few melanin-boosting moments walking in the sun, I come to a sudden stop.
どうしたの？
I've caught sight of a woman squatting on the side of the road, hugging her knees and typing on her phone. That's gotta be LabMem005, Kiryu Moeka. Wait, is she still a LabMem? Mayuri and Daru don't remember her. Well, whatever.
なんという幸運。
There's something I need to ask her. I run up to Moeka.
おい、シアツシ。
I try getting her attention, but she's stuck in her own little world. Oh. She's not having a lot of fun right now.
聞いているのか、シャイニングフィンガー。
どこかにあるはず。じゃないとおかしい。FP はあるって。
No reaction.
桐生萌えか。
Moeka stops muttering. She finally looks up. Actually, she just looks at my feet.
岡部君。
お前、ラボから IBN5100 を持ち出したか。
Mayuri and Daru look askance at me. Askance? Is that a word? Hold on. Let me check. That's a very specific thing to say. Askance is an adverb. Hold on. Okay. Askance, synonym with disapproval or distrust. They eyed the stranger askance. Many critics have looked askance at the proposal, or with a side glance, obliquely. Okay. Okay, they look at me, they look askance at me, but I ignore them.
俺はお前の仕業とは思いたくない。仲間だからな。しかし、お前はあの PC に異常な執着を見せていた。
Unhealthy attachment.
やったのかやってないのか。
IBN5100 見つけたの？
見つけたがなくなった。
なくなった。
案ずることはない。やっていたとしても、お前を警察に突き出すような真似はしない。
The The normally expressionless Moeka frowns in bewilderment.
知らないのか。
Moeka shakes her head faintly. Then she looks down and begins operating her phone at high speed. You're not making any sense, please explain. Did you really find an IBN 5100? Where? She really doesn't know? If the IBN 5100 had been stolen from the lab, then Moeka would be my first suspect. But the IBN 5100 disappeared from Yanabayashi Shrine, not the lab. It can't have been Moeka's doing. So it was the D-mail? Or perhaps it was the work of CERN?
すまない。始圧しよ
I'm sorry, Yubi. I squat in front of Moeka and bow my head.
う。俺はラボメンであるお前を、仲間を疑ってしまう。最低な男だな。殴ってくれても構わない。
Oh. I mean, if Christina were here, she'd do it without. She'd do it for free. She would do it unprompted.
だが、これだけは分かってくれ。俺は機関の命を狙われ続けた結果、誰も信じる。
Yeah, whatever you say, Chief. Whatever you say.
疑心暗鬼で、どれだけ仲間に囲まれていても、いつも孤独を感じて。
Yeah, when the only tool you have is a hammer, every problem looks like a nail. Just tell me about the IBN 5100. Fine speech.
つうかオカリンさ、秋葉の路上で芝居始めるとかどんだけだよ。暑さにやられた。
Okay, so Moeka doesn't know I had an IBN 5100. And judging by her responses, she hasn't found one either. I feel like I'm getting farther and farther away from my goal.
前から思ってたんだけど、萌香さんって綺麗な人だよね。スタイルも抜群だし、背も高いし。
Like, is she the tallest of the girls? Hold on, let me look at one of my thumbnails. Give me a sec. Would she... Let's see. See, they're kind of wearing heels and boots. I figure that the tall ones would either be Kurisu or Moeka. You know, I don't have a wiki pulled up, so I can't confirm the actual heights.
コスプレさせたら映えそうだな。
For a second, I doubt my ears. I approached Mayuri.
お前、萌香のことを知っているのか。
知ってるよ。
なぜ知っている。
I grab Mayuri by the shoulders and shake her. Her head bounces back and forth. Okay, so she remembers us bringing her to the lab.
誰もあの女のことを覚えているのか。
桐生氏なら前にラボで挨拶したわな。
After Moeka sent her D-mail, Mayuri, Daru, and Kurisu behaved as if they had never met her before. But now both Mayuri and Daru know her? Does that mean Moeka's past was reconstructed again? Given the timing, it has to be Lukako's D-mail that did it. But all he did was tell his mother to eat lots of vegetables. How can that be related to the lab mem's knowledge of Moeka? Is this another example of the butterfly effect? The cause doesn't match the effect at all.
ねえねえオカリン、それよりそろそろフェリス
Yeah, can't leave the cat waiting. That's true. Let's think about the Moeka issue later. Right now, we should look for the address written on the memo pad.
時にマユリ、フェイリスの本名は何て言うの。
バッカ、オカリン何言ってんだ。フェイリスタンの本名はフェイリスニャンニャンショー。
Yeah, we're not breaking,
それ以上でも以下でもないじゃん。
we're not breaking kayfabe just yet.
現実逃避はよせ。 ダル。フェイリスニャンニャンは所詮源氏な。
Yeah, spoken from the guy who wants everyone to call him Hoin Kyoma.
うわ最悪っすよ。なんで純真な男たちの夢を壊そうとするかな。
Quit grumbling. You just can't handle the truth.
ではどうなの？知らないの？
マユシーが教えちゃってもいいのか
特に口止めされているわけでもないんだろう。それにこれから自宅に行けばすぐにわかることだぞ。
な。あ、そっか、そうだよね。その代わりね、他の人には内緒
Okay, keep it a secret. Can you keep a secret? I can keep a secret if you can.
主人様たちとか。
I nod.
あのね、フェリスちゃんの本名は秋葉ルミホちゃんっていうんだ。
Akiha Rumiho.
ああ聞こえない。
Yeah, you keep telling yourself that. Daru covers his ears and drowns the sound out.
秋葉か。
The same characters as in Akihabara. Appropriate. Our destination turns out to be the high-rise apartment building next to UPX.
すごい。
Sugoi, kawaii, chevere, subarashi, all of that.
マジで
超高級マンションだと？
We stand there for a while staring wide-eyed at the towering building before us. According to the address Faris gave me, she lives on the top floor. All the way up there. I hope you like climbing stairs.
住所聞き間違えたか？
No, I wouldn't make such a stupid mistake.
まさかフェイリスは機関の手に落ちたのか？
I quickly scan the area. No suspicious figures in sight.
怪しげな黒服連中に命じられるまま俺を組織の網の中へと呼び寄せ、
妄想を打つ。事実は小説より奇なり。それにあのフェイリスタンの素顔が実は金持ちのお嬢様だったとか。
お前
I already sang Rich Girl in a previous stream. I'm not singing it again.
とりあえず入ってみようよ。
Alright, into the bridge we go, into the brink we go. When we call the top floor via intercom, we're greeted by the voice of an elderly man. He lets us in immediately once I introduce myself as Hyoin Kyoma. Hoin Kyoma. It feels like we're walking into a trap, but I can't turn back now. When we get off the elevator, the elderly man from the intercom is there to lead us inside. He turns out to be a silver-haired gentleman in a tuxedo.
リアル羊さんだ。
Space Butler! Who here remembers Space Butler? I'll buy you a can of soda if you can correctly identify where I got Space Butler from.
お嬢様、法院京馬様とそのお友達の皆様。
Wait, does he get a, do we actually see him in the game? The butler leads us into a room. Faris is standing before a large window with a panoramic view of Akiba.
黒木。
Okay, she's out of costume now. I've never seen her wearing anything other than the usual maid uniform. It's refreshing to see her in plain clothes. But why does she still have her cat ears on? I want to ask, I can't help but wonder. But I restrain myself. Even if I did ask, Faris would just say something like, I was born with these, nya.
にゃにゃ。マユシーとダルニャンも来たのかにゃ。
Faris's eyes twinkle when she sees Mayuri and Daru behind me.
フェリスちゃん、こんにちにゃんにゃん。
むほ、フェイリスタンの私服姿とか。かわいそ すぐる。
I silenced the mouth-breathing Daru by introducing his ribs to my elbow. Yeah, good little lock there. Good little hit him with the Judas effect.
マイリとダルは勝手についてきた。迷惑なようなら帰らせる。
構わないにゃ。みんなようこそいらっしゃいませにゃ。
No fur off my back.
というか、自宅でもその語尾は変わらないのか。
I don't talk in my own home because there's nobody here to talk to right now.
何のことかにゃ。
あくまでとぼける気か。秋葉ルミホ。
フェイリスはフェイリスにゃ。
Whatever.
しかしこの家は一体どういうことだ。秋葉の一等地の超高級マンションとは。
I look around the room again. The interior design and furnishings give a very refined impression. It's elegant without being ostentatious. Actually, it's kind of like a model home. There's nothing to suggest that... There's nothing to suggest that this room is lived in, no dirty clothes, no used dishware, not even a speck of dust. That butler or maybe some real maids, if there is a butler, there has to be maids, right? Must be constantly cleaning up. Speaking of the butler, he's disappeared. I didn't even notice him leave. He's clearly a master butler if he can move so quietly.
フェイリス。お前一体何者だ。
だからフェイリスはフェイリスにゃ。
Barris says it so nonchalantly.
とぼけるな。ちゃんと説明しないならば帰らせてもらう。
なんという偉そうな態度。僕たちってフェイリスさんにお願いしに来た立場じゃなかった？
ふにゃー。じゃあもうちょっとだけ詳しく話すと、この辺の土地はもともとうちのものだったのにゃ。
A family of, cat people.
Huh?
What did she just say? This land originally belonged to her family?
そっか。だからアキハさんなんだね。
Oh, she's a trust fund baby. Mayuri's exclamation connects the dots in my head. Well, I'm sure Rintaro would love to connect all the thoughts in this game.
秋葉というせい。まさか。秋葉原の代々の大地主の名だとでも言うのか。
Ferris nods with a proud expression. So she really is a rich girl character.
ちなみにフェイリスは秋葉の都市開発計画にも結構な発言力を持ってるにゃ。
Ferris wriggles her slender waist. Again, noticing how slender all the girlies in this game are. And makes a gesture like a cat washing its face.
秋葉の各ショップに萌え文化を積極的に導入するようお願いしたのは他ならぬフェイリスなのにゃ。うわー、すごい。
Oh, so it's all her doing all the moe shit. She remade, She's molding, Akihabara into her own image.
フェイリスは子供の頃からそういう会議に出たりしてるのにゃ。
So basically the chaotic changes in Akiba are all a result of this cat girl's whims? What a monster.
でも今の話は内緒にしといてほしいね。
Ferris's expression suddenly darkens.
なぜだ。
知りたいのかにゃ。
Ferris approaches me with a bewitching expression.
それは
That's because Ferris gently strokes my cheek with her cool, slender fingers. You notice everybody's goddamn bony fingers, Rintaro. I feel myself falling under her spell. And then she grins.
フェイリスはフェイリスだからにゃ。
Damn you, cat girl! How dare you make a fool of me!
というわけでみんなにはこれまで通りフェイリスラブの大ファンとして接してほしいにゃ。
Daru starts fist pumping when he sees Ferris's cutesy act.
察します。 全力で接します。
マユシーもね、フェリスちゃんのファンだよ。フェリスちゃんのメイン
Alright. Mayuri and Daru might have fallen for her charms, but not I.
俺はフェイリスラブなどではない。
I thrust my finger at Ferris.
あまり調子に乗らないでもらおうか、フェイリスニャンニ。でなくこの高級マンション全体が血に染まることになるぞ。
It does it while pointing his non-slender, his non-girly finger.
家にわざわざ呼びつけて自らのセレブっぷりを見せつけ、この俺との交渉において精神的優位に立とうとしたのだろうが、
Yeah,
無駄なこと。
she can't buy us love.
なぜなら俺は狂気のマッドサイエンティスト法王院京馬だからだ。
理由になってね。
Heh, perfect. Now Ferris will tremble in fear and beg for my forgiveness. Or so I thought, but instead she looks at me with gleaming eyes.
自分を貫き通す人って素敵にゃ
なんだと？
That's my line. I wanted to threaten her, not seduce her. Is Ferris a masochist? Well, man, at this point, just roll with it.
正直なこと言うと、あんまりフェイリスのこと話したくなかったにゃ。
Sometimes you just gotta go with the flow and, see where it goes.
これまでいろんな人と会ったけど、アキハの跡取りって話すと、みんなフェイリスをフェイリスとして見てくれなくなるのにゃ。
I mean, yeah, I can kinda see that.
フェイリスとアキハルミホは分けてみてほしいのにゃ。
Her sons. God damn it.
負けるも何もお前はすでにフェイリスニャンニャンとして確立しているではないか。
その点については全面的に同意するぜオカリン。ニャンニャン語を話し猫耳をつけている時点で、そこにいるのはフェイリスなんだ。
意識しすぎているのはお前の方だということだ、フェイ。
そうなのか
お前は自意識過剰なのだ。俺にとってお前はどこまで行っても勝てる。
にゃ。ありがとにゃ、今日な。
Why is she thanking me? Well, she's probably admiring my incredible... magnanimity. Mwahaha. Now then, let's finish this idle gossip and get down to business.
それでフェイリス、IBN5100 を探す代わりにお前が要求する交換条件とは一体何だ。
Name your price.
よく吟味して条件を出すことだな。俺の右手は一度解き放た
No, I don't think your right arm's going to be significant here.
大丈夫にゃ。
Ferris points at the cat ears sticking out of her head.
この猫耳にはあらゆる能力を完全無効化するニャンニャンクリアという力。
Oh, are we seriously power scaling right here?
今日の力が暴走したときはフェイリスがきっと止めてみせるにゃ。
Let's scroll through the chuny bullshit. I shouldn't have mentioned my hand to Ferris. Ferris's most terrifying power is one as, known as Dubbing 10. It allows her to steal other people's stories and add them to her own. I'm the one who named it, of course. The number 10 doesn't really mean anything.
さてさて、それでは発表するにゃ。
Okay?
フェイリスからの条件は
Hit me. Ferris chuckles. But I notice something. Her eyes aren't smiling.
タイムマシンを使わせてほしいにゃ。
Yes, I had a feeling that was it.
昨日メイクインで京馬たちが話してたにゃ。タイムマシンを開発したって。
Right.
いかにも俺たちは人類史上初のタイムマシン実験に成功済みだ。
Yep.
だから人類史上初は
Well, ours is cooler and more fun.
だが勘違いするな。
I'm just a soul whose intentions are good. Oh Lord, please don't let me be misunderstood.
タイムマシンとは言っても机の引き出しを搭乗口にしている 青い猫専用の4畳半タイムマシンほど万能ではない。俺たちが成功したのは過去の誰かの携帯に
Okay, so he's giving the ground rules.
ただしこれだけでもノーベル物理学賞ものであり人類の歴史を塗り替える超絶スーパーな発明だがな。
過去の誰かにメールが送れる。それってとってもすごいにゃ。ぜひフェイリスにも使わせてほしい。
Okay, okay. Ferris jumps up and down with joy.
タイムマシンは我がラボにおける最重要機密事項だ。
Become a lab memer.
どうしても使いたいという。
ラボメンって何かにゃ。
Nothing really changes. We just slap a number on you.
あのね、マユシーたちのサークルの仲間になるっていうことだよ。マユシー的にはね、フェリスちゃんがラボメンになってくれるのは
右に同じくというか大歓迎。
All white.
ぜひ入ってください。お願いします。
どうすればラボメンになれるの？
Well, there's a form you gotta fill out.
契約書などは存在しない。必要なのはそう契約者同士による
Mayuri, give us the scissors. We need scissors 61.
血の名約。
The window is closed, but a gust of wind blows through the room. It's coming from the air conditioner. But outside the window, I see rain clouds cover the sky. I hear the rumbling of thunder inside my brain.
何時
I am the thunder rolled.
いにしえよりハイエンシェントワードにて語り継がれる法典に従いラボメンへと加わることを望むのならば
I don't remember you doing this shit with Luca or anybody else.
その肉その骨その血を天の杯へと捧げることを誓い名約という名の洗礼を
I guess it's different when you're dealing with a fellow Chuny.
さすれば古代の神はそれに応え汝にラボメンナンバーを授けるだろう。
何を言ってるのかさっぱり
Yeah,
わかん
neither did
ない。
I.
どうしよう。
Blood loaf.
マユシーは血の名約。
That actually it's making me think of blood sausage. I haven't had any in a while.
マユシーはラボメンじゃないのかな。
I only really find them at like
しょんぼりしなくて
the Spanish grocery stores, the Latin grocery stores in town.
そっか。いつもの癖なら仕方ないね。でもよかった。わかったにゃ。血の名約受けるにゃ。
With a grim expression, Ferris grabs the small knife on top. No, that's not what I meant. Oh, she's taking this seriously, taking this literally, and suddenly slashes it against her wrist. Don't try this at home, people. Don't try this at home. Do not engage in this kind of blood oath bullshit. It's not. Don't do it. Don't do it. I'm warning you right now. Don't. Just don't do that. Don't do that. Don't be such a massive goddamn chuny that you would like do a kata on yourself. Do not do a self-injurious behavior. I'm telling you to refrain from doing that. Yeah, my legal department has specifically told me to tell you to refrain from any kind of self-injurious behavior to impress your Chunibyo friends. This is a public service announcement. Okay. Okay, so...
いや、ペーパーナイフっしょ。
にゃはは。ダルニャンの言う通りにゃ。
Ah, she surprised me. I clear my throat and pull myself together. Okay. Okay, that was a fake slashy cut.
ではフェイリス、お前をラボメンナンバー007に認定する。
It was a symbolic self-injury.
これでタイムマシン使えるのにゃ。
ああ、そういうことになる。ただし他言無用だ。裏切り者にはし。
そうだったんだ。
Alright.
だからオカリンのこの場だけの思いつきだって。
ありがとにゃー、ちょうま。
Ferris hugs me by the neck. A very sweet aroma tickles my nose. And something very soft tickles my what? My what? You want to finish that thought, man? You want to finish that?
僕も電話レンジ作ったのに。
そうなのにゃ。じゃあダルニャンも。
Go tickle his scrotum now. Ferris flies over to Daru.
オカリンオカリン、エリスちゃんが喜んでくれてよかった。
マユリ、お前は実に無邪気だな。
I take out my phone and put it to my ear.
俺だ。ああ、フェイリスはまんまと俺の思わ
Oh, she's technically underage, and you're like 8 now.
17歳。
Okay, you know what? In this instance, I'm not gonna come down too hard on you. You know, because Romeo and Juliet laws are a thing. But still, that's not monstrously horrible, but still kind of sus.
あの猫娘は俺との交換条件によって
Yeah, because again, he's not much older than
果実であるタイムマシンを使
than the rest of the girls here.
満たしたつもり。この俺、法院教母の手のひらの上で踊らされていることに気づ俺が猫娘の条件を受けた理由だと。そんなの決まっているだろう。すなわち
Let's see. Alright. Okay, then I twist my lips into a grin. My razor-sharp shark teeth are probably glistening right now. When's the last time this asshole went to a dentist? Damn, I wish I had shark teeth. Well...
あの猫娘は実験台なのだ。何
She can't be a guinea pig, she's a cat.
とはひどい言い草だな。あながち間違ってはい。
Our D-mail experiments have reached a standstill. Kurisu refuses to become a subject. Mayuri and Daru are too dumb to be useful. Don't say that about your fucking hacker, man. We managed to experiment on Moeka and Lukiko, but we still need more data. Along comes Ferris. She's going to provide me with both an IBN 5100 and new data. 2 birds with 1 stone.
つまりフェイリスは実は逆に飛んで火にいる夏の虫状態だったというわけだ。では予定通り次の実験に移行する。すべては
Alright, El Psycho, Kangaroo, and all of that shit. Someone taps me on the shoulder after I put away my phone. Right after that, they blow into my ear. That's Ferris, probably.
誰と電話してたにゃ。
Ferris is behind me. She must have finished servicing Daru while I was still on the phone. No doubt she heard everything.
気づくのが遅かったな、フェイリスニャニャ。すでに血の迷惑はなされた。契約を破ればもう逃げることはかなわんぞ。
オーケーにゃ。んで、タイムマシンはどこにあるのにゃ。
It's back at the lab. And you can lay down on the slab.
She's certainly in a hurry.
タイムマシン。正確には
Yeah.
電話レンジカッコ仮と呼ぶが、
Alright.
それは我がラボにある。
Okay, okay. This time, we'll make use of the phone wave named subject to change's original function and send the D-mail by remote control. Kurisu should still be in the lab. I'll leave the setup to her. I ask Ferris where she wants the D-mail to go. She says she's sending it to her father 10 years ago. Huh. I take down his email address. The destination is April 3rd, 2000. It has to be at 8 a.m. that day, so we use an online calculator to factor in leap years, resulting in 86,186 hours.
そういうことはね、8万6
Woo! Finish cleaning your closet. Outstanding. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you. Bet you're happy with all the extra space now. Actually, that reminds me, I probably need to, give some things here a good scrub, too. Probably, I think I'm saving that for, I guess Labor Day weekend. That's basically a 3-day weekend for us. Or for us in the, you know, U.S. America. You know, I'll probably try to get some chores done there. Yeah. Yeah, hopefully the background noise kept you going. Okay, no, I don't want the NVIDIA ads.
電話レンジじゃ疲れちゃうんじゃないかな。
Machines we can leave the machines to get tired.
実際にその秒数を動かすわけではない。
Our previous experiments have confirmed that.
放電現象が起きた時点で送れば過去へは届くのだ。ゆえにバタフライ効果により残りの秒数
Actually, did my clapping and whooping pick up on the mic? Because sometimes when I like try to get like too high pitched like mixed voice, it doesn't pick up like when I'm close to it. I do have to like give it a little space. See, maybe that might have picked up. I'm not sure. I still need to move my furniture around and check my bed storage, and then I'm done. Save that for another day. Hey, progress has already been made, you know? Sometimes you need to take things in steps, but that's perfectly fine. You know, I mean, the important thing is that you've, gotten started. Alright. Okay, butterfly effect, blah, blah, blah. The fact that the D-mail... Okay, the background... cool, yeah. I mean, I've had people tell me that I have, at times, my voice can be soothing. I sometimes soothe people to sleep. You know, I know a few folks who, have me on during their work shifts. When, I guess when they work at night or so. So I've had people say that before. Okay. The fact that the D-mail was sent is erased, leaving behind only the mail in the recipient's phone. At least, that's what our experiments have shown so far. Now, let's call Kurisu. Assistant? Let's dial her up.
ハロー。
俺だ。そちらの状況を伝えろ。切りやがった。
そりゃ切られるっしょ。オカリンの電話の仕方に対応できるのは多分僕と私ぐらいじゃね。
Again.
ハロー。
おー、今日まだ。
She'll hang up again.
なんだ、岡部か。てっきりいたずら電話だと思った。
こっちの番号は表示されているだろう。
So, what I sometimes will play on my laptop while I'm sleeping, sometimes I'll play, those 24/7 gameplay compilations of, like, people playing, not even people, but, people will sometimes record, footage of, no commentary runs through, like, let's say, old, Nintendo games, for example. I sometimes fall asleep to that. There's one channel in particular that I've done that with recently. Let me see if I can pull it up. I know he's on Twitch, too. What is it? Okay, so it's the Video Games 101 channel, presented by Let's Play with Brigands. And I will often leave his running extra credit stream. That's basically a compilation of all the playthroughs, all his YouTube episodes that he's done so far. I'll often... Lately, I've been leaving that on to, like, fall asleep. So... Okay. Shows you the number. I don't think she was scared, I think she just didn't want to deal with his chuny bullshit. Okay, but if I'm gonna be honest, there was nothing soothing about me playing Mario Galaxy 2. Watch the Mario Galaxy 2 streams if you want. If you don't want to fall asleep, but if you want, you know, to get, like, all sorts of anxiety or something, if you want that for some reason. Oh, this is, well... I quickly redial. Yeah, she's kind of getting fed up there. That's more like it. Oh, Mr. Braun barely counts as a person. I think in general, with people I've come across, I've got a naturally lower voice, and I think a lot of people find, you know, kind of like a lower register soothing. I think that's what it is. Also, for a lot of people, it's easier to hear someone who speaks in a lower register. Like, if you're, like, hard of hearing or have some kind of hearing impairment, a lot of people have an easier time hearing, you know, lower voices as opposed to higher voices. I do occasionally... Now, there are exceptions to this, and, there was one person who didn't seem to like my company very much when I was working with them. That person had the rare instance of, not understanding low-pitched voices very well. I guess they would have an easier time understanding high-pitched voices. But, that's, well, there's variance in hearing impairment, I suppose. Irresponsible is my middle name. Okay, I tell her Faris's dad's mail address, and I have her set the timer. I turn to Faris. I already told her the phone wave named subject to change his email address. Faris nods. What happened to her usual confidence? Oh, that's the second time I've heard that excuse.
オカリンも人のこと言えないけん。
Daru, you horny fool, are you siding with Ferris? And you call yourself a super haka? Ferris covers her phone with her body. Looks like she plans on hiding it to the bitter end. Should we halt the experiment?
ちょっと岡部、いつまで待たせんのよ。
An impatient Kurisu nags me through the phone. Don't rush me, damn it!
オカリ、あのね、きっとプライベートな内容だから。
What? Even Mayuri's on Ferris's side. She was like this with Moeka, too. This is bad. I thought I had Ferris in the palm of my hand. Was I dancing to her tune all along?
岡部、返事しないなら切るぞ。
待て。わかった。
Alright, let her rip.
電話レンジかっこかりよ。
Damn it, I submitted to the cat girl.
放電現象始まった。
I nod to Ferris after getting Kurisu's report. Ferris puts her finger on the send button. Okay, this is clearly something that's weighed very heavily on her. She's not her usual chipper self.
ポチッとにゃ。
Okay, now she's back in character. Okay, no lightning there. But we experience the warp all the same. Oh, what's this? Okay, we're still in the apartment. As the dizziness fades, I exhale slowly and open my eyes. Alright, world, show me your new form. Man, I wish I knew what kind of mail Ferris sent. First things first, I'm still in her room. When I look out the window, the Akiba sprawl greets me. I scan the room.
それじゃあカードをオープン。
またウイルスカード。
Oh, are they playing the children's card game?
まだまだ爪が甘いにゃ。ピンクカード。
Yeah, basically Yu-Gi-Oh! Card games on motorcycles. And all of that.
絶対絶命なのです。
What are they doing? The three of them are sitting around a table playing some kind of game.
まだターミナルカードがあるじゃん。次のターンで一発逆転ね。
にゃくふん。今さら逆転は無理無理にゃ。ここでフェイリー
Okay,
さん
I don't care about the card games.
マユシンの残りの
We're not playing card games. Poncho does not play card games.
マジパネっすね、フェイリスター。
ねえ言ってそのにゃフェイリスの真似してもダメにゃ。そん
Mayuri puts her fingers to both her eyes as if to mime tears. Anyway, it looks like they're playing Rhinet Access Battlers. It happened again. Reading Steiner. Am I the only person in the world who keeps his memory... Okay, sorry. Not in the phrase of a question, I am the only person in the world who keeps his memories after the past changes. Ferris's D-mail worked. That's why the three of them are now playing a card game instead of waiting for Ferris to press the button. Ferris never even sent the D-mail. If I look at her phone, there won't be any record of it in her send history. And even if I demand she tell me what she sent, she won't be able to answer because the very fact that she sent it has been erased. The only trace of D-mail is in the recipient's phone, namely Ferris's father's phone 10 years ago. But that 10-year-old mail data was most likely erased long ago, so I don't think we can check. I have to figure out what changed the hard way. Let's start looking for differences.
やっぱりフェリスちゃんは強いね。最初はマユシンもいい感じだったにゃ。素質はあるにゃ。でもたとえの試合とはいえディフェンディングチャンピオンが負けるわけにはいかない。
Yeah, she always gotta bring the heat. Okay, we've got two cat mouths here. We got obviously we got one of these on Ferris, and if you look closely at Mayuri, she's got one of those as well. I have to point it out every time I see it.
会では絶対に優勝するってパパとも約束したのにゃ。その日まで
Tournament. Oh, God.
パパ
Ferris nods happily.
もしフェイリスが優勝したらパパは仕事中でも時間を作って絶対に
Yeah, her dad, her old man, her dear old dad.
僕も全力で祝福したいわけだが、その日の夜は会いたい。
夜はパパと二人でお食事にゃ。
Okay. Huh. Interesting. She never talked that much about her father before, but she's bringing him up a lot here now.
そう。
あのね、決勝戦はラボのみんなで応援に行くね。
Let's all go to the finals. Let's all go to the finals.
決勝の相手ってバイラルアタッカーズとかいうコンビだったっけ？下馬評じゃノーマークだったのに、まさかフェイリスタンのライバルであるイディオナを任しちゃうとは。フェイリスタンとイディオナのデュエルは毎回神がかってるから、今回も楽しみにしてたのに。
他のライネッターの試合は全然見てないんやけど、バイラルアタッカーズってそんなに
Ferocious. Ferocious.
フェイリスタンの敵じゃないよ。フェイリスタンは最強。フェイリスタンは神。
にゃ
I know what a
ーん
kami is.
持ち上げられると照れるにゃ。
Okay. As I listen to their conversation, I feel a strange churning in my gut. Something's not right here. A voice whispers from deep within, deeper than reason. I play the conversation back in my head and soon realize the source of my discomfort. The Ferris I knew had never been to an official Rhinet tournament. And yet now she's about to compete in the tournament finals. Which means she's been going to tournaments for a while. Is this the change that Ferris wanted me to make? Considering the recipient was her father, maybe he was strict and wouldn't let her go to tournaments. But is that a reason to change the past? Ferris is only 17 years old. It's not too late for her to start participating in tournaments. If there were an age limit to Rhinet tournaments, that would be one thing. I guess it was just that important to her? At that moment, someone knocks on the door. The door opens halfway and a middle-aged man appears. It's not the butler.
失礼。ルミホ、少しいいかね。
You know what? Ferris quickly gets up and leaves the room. Okay, I guess he's supposed to have like light brown hair, but yeah, there is like a slight pinkish tinge to his hair. So yeah, I guess Ferris is a natural pinky.
ぐはフェイリスタンのお父様か。挨拶しておかないとまずくね。
フェリスちゃんのパパさんって社長さんなんだよね。
No, he's a big man. Ferris soon returns. Then she turns to us and puts her hands together in a gesture of apology.
ごめんにゃ。フェイリスはパパと出かけなくちゃいけなくなっちゃったにゃ。それじゃあマユシーたちはこれでバイバイさせてもらうね。
フェイリスタン、僕とのお手合わせは手取り足取り。
Oh, of course, hands on.
でもそんな約束してないと思うにゃ。
そうですとも。言ってみただけだからな。
ダルク、フェリスちゃんを困らせたらダメなんだよ。ほら、オカリンも帰ろう。
Alright, back to the lab again.
そういえば、今日もはやけに静かだったにゃ。どうかしたのにな。
いや、秋葉を高みから見下ろし、越に入っていただけだ。
Momentary surcrease, that's another word. That's another word. What do they mean by that, surcrease? S-U... Hold on. S-U-R... Surcease. Okay, to desist from action, to come to an end, transitive verb, to put an end to discontinue Circes. Circes. Sorry.
さすがオカリン。意味不明なり。
Ferris, her dad, and their butler see us off. Her dad tells us to come visit again. Okay, let me take a bit of a breather, take a little bit of a break. I will drop a shave. Drop a shave here. Right up there. And I'll get up and stretch a bit, and I will be back with you momentarily. Per usual, the dancing boys are here to keep you company in the meantime. BRB, everybody. Alright. Okay, got my grape juice with me. We should be good, we should be groovy. Alright. Here we go, here we go. Okay, let me just get you back up there. Righty then, alright. Alright, back to the plot. Alright. Ferris's dad seems like a cool guy. He's not pompous like you expect rich people to be. The sun is setting, but there's still a crowd in front of Akiba Station. More foreigners than usual. People come from all over the world to buy electronics and otaku goods in Akiba, but it looks like the satellite is attracting some as well. Man, it's hot. Less than a minute outside and I'm already drenched in sweat. Ferris's air-conditioned apartment was a little slice of heaven. I'd love air conditioning in the lab, but we don't have that kind of money. Anyway, how about some food? I turn around to ask Daru and Mayushi what they think. Mayuri's not there. Did Stardust Handshake activate again? I scan the area. There she is, walking casually towards the station. She's already about 50 meters away. I chase after her.
Mayuri, どこ行く?
Nakano Broadway. Huh. Lukeko. That page or number guessing game was fun. I'd love to do it again sometime. Afterwards, I asked my mom about what it was like when she was young, and she looked nostalgic. I don't know why she sighed so deeply, though. P.S. I did 10 practice swings with Samidare. Okay. Well, Lukako's getting in some swing practice. Good to do that, I guess. Okay, had that on her mind. Oh yeah, I'm thinking of games to play for Ninja November before I have to break out the long RPG that I usually start at around the Thanksgiving holiday or the week of Thanksgiving. I am thinking of doing a much longer game, so that would take me through Thanksgiving, Christmas, maybe early January. But we'll deal with that when we get there. I've probably touched on that previously, but we'll play things by ear. I like being flexible with what I throw on streams. Sometimes I usually go by the seat of my pants. Mayuri does this a lot. She just wanders off without saying anything. Kinda like me. And just like Daru said, you never notice she's gone. So when you turn around to look for her, it's like she vanished into thin air. Stardust Handshake and Sneaking Fade. Why did her powers have to be so annoying? Sorrow's Sword, Dojinshi. Huh.
Hello?
Gun Bomb. Gun Bomb. Yeah. Okay, formerly known as Mobile Jacket Gun Bomb. Obviously, a reference to Mobile Suit Gundam. A seminal work of robot anime. The first series aired in the late 1970s, and there have been many sequels and spin-offs since. I've sampled some Gundam over the years. The only one I watched completely was, 08th MS Team. I heard that's one of the ones that's considered peak, that particular, Gundam OVA. That's one I really enjoyed.
お前たち何を言っているんだ。同人誌ならば虎の穴が目の前にあるではないか。
Oh. Daru and Mayuri stare at me blankly.
目の前ってどこ？
いや、目の前は目の前だ。
Right over where? I follow my pointing finger. Tora Noana isn't there.
俺
I rub my eyes and blink several times. It doesn't help. Maybe I'm looking in the wrong place. I check up and down the street, but no, it's nowhere to be found. And what's more, I can't find Animate either. It's supposed to be right next to Tora Noana. Instead, I see electronic stores. Daiichi Kaden and T-1 Minami. Or Two-Tone, maybe. Never seen them before in my life. Wait. I remember Mr. Braun saying that Akiba used to have a lot more electronics shops. Many of them closed. I think Daiichi Kaiden and Two-Tone Minami were among them.
虎の穴もアニメイトも
They were never there to begin with in this timeline, my man.
それはひょっとしてギャグで言っているのか？
は？
秋葉には虎の穴もアニメイトもないよ。
Okay.
ないってどういうことだ。昨日までは普通にあったよな。
What about earlier today? I wasn't really paying attention on the way to Ferris's apartment, but I'm pretty sure they were still there.
だからないって。そもそもそういう萌えショップが秋葉にあるわけないじゃん。萌えの聖地といえば中野だろ、ジョーク。
The Moe is gone! The Moe is gone! This is fucking terrible.
秋葉の方が萌えの聖地としては世界規模で有名ではないか。
I don't know, has anyone been to Akiba lately? Is it still Moe land over there?
ついに暑さでおかしくなったか、オカリン。秋葉は電気街。萌えショップができようもんならマニアどもが暴動を起こすレベルだお。
This feeling again. Dissonance. My memories don't match reality. The past has changed. Part of me knows what has happened. But I still can't help but ask.
マンダラケは？
ないよ。
秋葉王？
それは普通にあるでしょ。
同人誌を売ってる秋葉王国のことだ。
なんぞそれ。
秋葉王で同人誌が売ってるの？
What the hell's an in and out?
それはないわ。いくらなんでも無理があるわ。
ゲーマーズは？ラムタラは？
They shake their heads.
メロンブックスは？アソビットシティは？
I wonder what kind of books you find at a place called Melon Books. I don't think they talk about grown fruit in those. They look confused. So basically, I swallow hard. That's what she said. I finally understand. It's hard to believe, but I must face the truth.
この街の混沌が薄らいでいる。
No more Moe, just computers. Just fuses. And batteries. And wires and cables. I don't know, what other electronic-y sounding little gadgets and doodads and gizmos can you think of? Transformers. Chips. In a final desperate attempt to deny reality, I run to May Queen Yan, the maid cafe where Mayuri and Ferris work, and which Daru and I frequent. But upon arriving at the storefront, I am forced to my knees in abject defeat. It's all gone. It's not just the Moe stores, even the maid cafes have disappeared. They all got laid off.
マユリ、お前メイクインで働いていたよな。
メイクインって何かな？じゃがい
Is there a May Queen brand potato? I know they have, like, something called the Marvis Piper potato, which is sold in, like, a lot of really upscale restaurants.
メイクインニャンニャンだ。
I asked Daru too, but no reaction.
マヨシーがバイトしてるのはルモアンドだよ。
Lemoine.
ルモアン
Does she sell lemonade there?
それはメイド喫茶か。
普通の喫茶店。
Normal coffee shop, okay.
秋葉にはメイド喫茶は一軒もないのか。
ねえよ。秋葉に来る人間はそういう萌えビジネスとか毛嫌いしてんだから誰も寄りつかないって。
Oh dear. Imagine we are in the worst timeline, a world without maid cafes. It's clear now. I don't know, man. I'd still go there. Got kind of that whole, you know, been there for 100 years, kind of a hole in the wall sort of place to get some ramen, get some steak. I mean, look, man, I'd be down for that. I'm not gonna turn up something with some hustle behind it. Okay, this has to be the result of Ferris's D-mail. The butterfly effect is at it again. Ferris said she had influence over Akiba's development board. They adopted her plan and embraced the moe industry. But by sending a D-mail to 2000, the world line has shifted to one where that never happened. Akiba is still electronics all the way. To think that a single mail could rewrite 10 years of a town's history. Is it okay to change history on a whim like this? I almost feel guilty about it, but since I'm the only one who remembers the original Akiba, nobody can blame me. And it's not like I can change it back. But still, what in the world did Ferris's D-mail say? The next morning, I go for a stroll through the streets of Akiba. What I discover is that, although the chaotic energy familiar to me has receded, Akiba is still Akiba at its core. The few electronic stores that I used to frequent are still here. In fact, they've multiplied. You can still hear their loud theme songs and the cries of salesmen all the way through the sidewalk. All the way from the sidewalk. Electronics otaku and PC maniacs walk the streets with unkempt hair, wrinkled clothes, and eyes burning with intense purpose. There are even cheerful foreigners taking in the sights. The maids and young female otaku have disappeared, but the hobbyist essence of the town is unchanged. I admit, it's a relief. Yesterday I heard from Mayuri how we met Ferris on this world line. I was wondering since May Queen no longer exists. It was at a small Rhinet tournament at a toy store in Ikebukuro. We went to cheer on Daru, but he dropped out because of a stomachache, so Mayuri and I ended up taking his place. Our opponent was Ferris. We were completely fucked at that point. We got crushed. Needless to say, Mayuri says that Ferris was very gracious and gave us advice on how to play. Okay, so she was a whiz kid at this children's card game. That's how we know her now. Oh, look in the back. You see a Somvi. Not Sony, but Somvi. Yeah, kind of, Ranasonic. I see that, too. That was the beginning of their beautiful friendship. Our past has changed considerably, yet we still ended up with the same close relationship we had on the last world line. Fascinating. Maybe Lady Luck is looking out for us. I've got mail. You've got mail. Who the fuck is this? We're watching you.
なんだこれ。
Oh, that's red jelly. Is this a prank? Spam? Why red gelatin? Who's watching me? What's going on here? I spin around, searching the crowd. A few passers-by look at me strangely. Passers-by, rather. I don't care. Something is wrong. Goosebumps break out over my body.
機関か。それともセル。
If so, then this mail is a threat. My pulse skyrockets. Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit! What do I do? Do I tell someone? Who? I can't involve anyone. It's a prank, it has to be. Ignore it. But what if it's serious? Are the men in black coming? I'm dead. They'll erase me. Erase us. Should I call the police? No, not enough evidence. What do I do? What do I do? What the hell do I... Thoughts spin inside my head. Every pedestrian looks like an enemy. I flee from the crowd. After I manage to calm myself down, I head back to the lab. For now, I'll write that mail off as a prank. It's still early. Well, I guess it's actually noon, but Mayuri, Kurisu, and Lukaku are already at the lab when I return. I greet them, trying to keep the anxiety out of my voice.
お盆休み期間の日曜日だというのに、ずいぶん暇そうだな、ラボメンガールズよ。
Obon weekend. A Japanese holiday during which people return to their hometown to see parents and relatives. This includes paying respect to family members who have passed away by visiting and cleaning their graves. Alright. Let me do something real quick. I'll worry about it when we get to that point. I'll worry about it when we get there. What are you doing, ladies?
あ、岡部さん、お邪魔してます。おかり、おはよう。
Not a lot of ladies in this apartment. Don't get too many visitors here. Although that does have its benefits. Anyway. Moving on. The two cute high school girls wave to me in greeting. By the way, one of these girls is actually a boy. We've been over this. In any case, the sight warms my heart. It would, if not for a certain assistant who just gives me a bored look before going back to reading.
何をしているのだ?
Mayuri and Lukaku are sitting next to each other on the sofa reading a book together. It looks like a cosplay photo album.
昨日ね、中野に同人誌を買いに行くって言ったでしょ。
Da 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 da.
いいレイヤーさんの同人誌
Cosplay books and magazines. You kinda notice how they have very similar hairstyles. What's the What's the meme that came out like a little while ago? Maybe someone remembers. But the punchline is, why the fuck do you look like me? That one.
だからね、つい衝動買いしちゃったの。
But in this instance, I don't know who's copying who.
ほら見て、ルカちゃん。これ、ブラチューのセドナコスだよ。
Blood Tune? Okay, fictional, a popular TV anime based on a manga. 26 episodes were broadcast last year. The main heroine, Seira Orgel, is especially popular among anime otaku. What is this supposed to be a reference to? Anybody know?
本当だ。
I see. She's showing it to Lukaku as a part of his re-education. To think that he was so reluctant to get involved in cosplay. Looks like Mayuri's persistence has paid off. Actually, judging by his obvious interest in the photo album, maybe he was always interested in cosplay. Just too shy to cosplay himself.
ねえねえ、クリスちゃんも見てきてよ。感動し、別にいいわ。
Yeah, she don't give a shit about this dork shit. Looks like Kurisu's not interested in the photo album. She just gives a cold, Instead, she's reading a difficult-looking English book. Oh, she's reading,
What is she reading? What's a hard book to read? What's a hard book to read? No, she's in the middle of mastering Finnegan's Wake. If anyone could read Finnegan's Wake and make sense of it, it would probably be Kurisu. Yeah, I'm giving you the music references, and I'm giving you the literary references. You can find it all here at the Poncho Smith stream. Anyway, or so I thought, but Mayuri doesn't seem to mind, so I stay out of it. What little bits and blob did I miss? Okay. Alright.
次のページからは水着だ。すごい。露出度高いな。スタイルもすごくいいし。
Most people would not know what gravure means. I'm wondering why that didn't show. Or does it show up in tips at any point? Let's see, G. It doesn't, huh? Okay.
憧れるな。憧れてるの？水着に？僕、こんなにスタイル良くないから。
Your skin and bones.
でもね、ルカちゃんはきっと大きなお友達からは母言われちゃう。
Make our big friends breathe hard. Now, why are you saying sus shit, Mayuri? That's the most sus thing I've heard you say all stream. Completely unprompted by anyone else, too. Hey now, Mayuri. What are you saying? It's like you're referring to Daru.
貧乳は正義なの。だからね、胸なんてなくても自信持っていいんだよ。
Oh, she's coughing. Remember, it's not about the size of the chest, it's about the size of the chest in your heart. Or something. Okay, Kurisu starts choking on her coffee. I know how she feels. I almost did a spit take with my soda. Mayuri's breasts are huge for her height, so her advice lacks a certain element of persuasion. Okay, yeah, okay, yeah, true. Well, let's move on. Let's move on.
そうだ。ゴミマが終わったら一緒に海に遊びに行こうよ。せっかく夏なんだしね。マユシーもずっとコス作りしてて、夏休みはちっとも遊べてないもん。
Unfortunately, the beach episode is not in this game. It is in one of the spin-offs, just... We're not going to the beach this time.
ねえねえ、オカリ、クリスちゃん、どうかな。ラボメンのみんなで海。え？ラボメンのみんな？
Alright.
私は行かないわよ。もう少ししたらアメリカに帰らなきゃ。
You can just pack the night before.
そんな余裕はない。
Surely you haven't brought that much stuff with you.
確かに。ラボでのんびりと読書をしていることだからね。
Oh, then again, she had to cross,
よほど余裕がない
go
のに
across countries. Alright. Kurisu snaps her book shut and glares at me.
だったらはっきり言わせてもらう。変態野郎二人と一緒に海水浴なんて言ってられるか。
Yeah, a bunch of
女子メ
hentais.
ンバー限定というなら喜んで参加させてもらうわ。
Uh-oh. Okay. I know where we're at now. I know what's gonna happen now.
伝部の猛虎犯を男子に見られたくないので一緒には行けません。と。
The what now? Okay, Mongolian spot. A bluish birthmark commonly found on Asian children usually disappears by the age of 5. See, I used to have like a little blue mark on somewhere on my right wrist on the backside of it. I think it's kind of faded over time. And I did pull like the hairs out of it. I think that might have played a bit of a role there.
I don't think it was, like, there at birth, but I think it, like, developed over time, and now it developed, away. Okay, Mongolian spot on your butt.
蒙古藩なんてないわよ。
そもそも女子メンバー限定ならば、そこのルカ子も無理ではないか。
Okay, here we fucking go, guys. Here we fucking go.
何それ？どういう意味？
この前わざわざ教えてやっただろう。ルカ子は正真正銘の男だとな。
My declaration of the truth freezes the air instantly. Oh, this... Okay. Okay. Oh, cool little inversion effect there. Huh? There's something off about their reaction.
最悪ねあんた。女の子に向かって男呼ばわりなんて。
Everything went dead silent. They designed this to be as unfucking comfortable as possible.
そうだよ。おかり、そういうこと言うのはね、マユシー好きじゃないな。
Even Mayuri condemns me. Lukako, meanwhile, turns pale and hangs his head so I can't see his face. Is he crying? Normally he'd get depressed and say something about how embarrassed he'd be to wear a swimsuit, but he wouldn't start crying.
クリスティーナ、お前が現実から目を背けたくなるのはわかる。ルカ子は男でありながら、とても可憐だからな。
岡部。
Kurisu advances on me with a stern glare. I'm not sure where they had the apostrophe S there.
私にへんてこなあだ名をつけるぐらいなら冗談で済むからいいけど、いや、本当は良くないが、今のあんたの言い草は冗談になってない。他人を傷つけるようなやつじゃないと思ってたけど、違ったみたいね。今のあんたは本気で最低よ。
You're a real asshole. What did I do to deserve this tongue lashing?
謝りなさい。今すぐ漆原さんに謝りなさい。
いやいや、謝るも何も。俺は真実しか言ってな。
Lukako gets up from the sofa. His head is still hanging and his voice is barely audible.
岡部さんにそういう風に見られてたんですね。
いやいやいやいや、そういう風ではなく、ルカ子、お前は男だろ。それともお前まで現実逃避に走ったか？
現実逃避してるのはあんただろうが。
そうだよ。ルカちゃんは女の子なのに、オカリンひどいよ。
というかマユリよ、なぜお前は急にルカ子への呼び方をルカくんからルカちゃんに変えた？
岡部、いつまで続ける気？彼女は女の子よ。
Mayuri nods in agreement. Huh? What's going on here? Is this some kind of prank?
帰ります。
Lukako tries to slip by me out of the lab. I grab his hand to stop him from leaving.
待てルカ子、俺を担ぐのはよせ。お前は正真正銘の男だ。なぜならここに。
Okay, another notice that I am compelled to give, by the Poncho Smith legal team. Don't fucking do what's about to happen. Just don't. Okay, I pin Lukako's arms and reach for his package. Let's see what you're hiding down. Nothing.
あれなんで
Okay. Alright, let's see. Well, let's just get the scene out of the way first. I feel around some more. Nothing. Nada. It should be there. I mean, he's a guy, isn't he? An electric current runs through my brain. No way. Yes way. So that's what happened.
ルカ子お前
But then they go back to the fucking goofy BGM. Like almost immediately. Like, I remember, I haven't watched the entire anime, but I did watch the clip of this particular scene. Even Daru's in, like, fucking stunned silence. Even, like the plug-in, like, room fan seems to be twirling disapprovingly about what transpired. Okay, the D-mail that I thought had failed was actually a success.
お前は女なのか
最初からそう言っとるだろ
A half second later, Kurisu cracks me over the head with her heavy textbook. When my vision clears, Lukako is crying. Mayuri is rubbing her back comfortingly. That's what I wanted to say. Kurisu, meanwhile, is glaring down at me like I'm something she scraped off the bottom of her shoe. Daru, who arrived a moment ago, is in the corner, trying not to laugh. Actually, I think he was involved in... Well, I'd have to watch it again. My memory is hazy on that bit. Honestly, I can't blame him. Righteous high school girl makes perverted college guy beg for forgiveness. Well, at least he's getting some amusement out of it. If I had to put a title to the scene, that's what it would be. The top of my head is throbbing. Hey, Christina. Can you smack him again? Can you heave that book at his head again? Top of my head is throbbing, most likely because Kurisu wiped out 100 million of my precious neurons, envied by scientists the world over. I put a moist towel to my head.
一度あんたの頭を切り開いて脳だけ取り出してよく洗浄してやりたい気分よ
Vivisect. Okay, that's a fancy surgical term that I don't know the particulars of. Anyway.
できればそのまま体に戻さず培養液の中にぶち込んで一生あんなハレンチな真似できないようにもしてやりたいとにかく
Just stab him.
警察に突き出されないだけありがたいと思いなさい
はいすいません
Man, that was dumb. I didn't think it would be gone. Okay, but let's presuppose that it... Okay, so the little spoiler here. Little spoiler for one of the spin-offs. Not gonna tell you which one, but... They do kinda replay this scene. Kinda, sorta. And that's where he does find something. But just... And that's kind of played for laughs. That's played very differently from how this scene was just played. And I'm just sort of thinking to myself, how would that make it any better? I wouldn't be happy if someone tried to grab my cock. Honestly. Like with no permission and no prior warning, man. I don't care who you are. That's not fucking right. Anyway. Let me take a sip of my grape juice again.
Alright. Lukako has become a girl. Her face hasn't changed, and she's flat as a board, but she's definitely a girl. There's no denying what my hand didn't feel. Shut the fuck up. I guess that ridiculous superstition was true. If you eat vegetables, you'll have a girl. Does this count as a scientific breakthrough? Anyway, I'd better apologize to Lukako. I hope she doesn't get PTSD because some pervert me groped her. I mean, she's a 17-year-old girl now and she was shy to begin with. Yeah, I think you know what that is. Short for post-traumatic stress disorder from the DSM-V, DSM-4, of the 4th edition of the Diagnostic and Statistical Manual of Mental Disorders published by the American Psychiatric Association in 1994, a mental disorder including various stress symptoms caused by the shock of an accident, disaster, or crime. Symptoms include emotional instability, insomnia, confusion, and flashback memories. Diagnosis symptoms continue for over a month. I'll need to be as gentle as humanly possible from now on. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if she never spoke to me again. She fucking shouldn't. I have no one but myself to blame. I'll just have to accept the consequences.
大体なんだって漆原さんが男の子だなんていう妙な妄想に取りつかれたんだ
I don't think the D-mail excuse is going to go over quite as well as it used to.
それについては前にも言ったはずだ。
I don't think slipping into fucking Chuny mode is the play here, man.
は男だったが、女の子になりたいという願いをもとに D メールを
You could have said that without the he-he-he's.
俺は確かに認識していた。すなわち、マガン。その点については反省せねばなるまい。俺はもっと
Alright.
自分の持つ特殊な力を信じるべきだったと。
Alright, buddy. Kurisu calmly readies her book above her head.
また食らいたい
Yes, please.
あ、いや、本当なんだ。
Do it for the rest of
それ
us.
については信じてくれ。この現象を理論立てて説明するとだ。D メールを送るたび。
Alright, perceive the change. Okay. I leapt to my feet, overcome with excitement. Does she smack him now? Does she smack him again now?
世界中でこの俺だけがインガリスの変化を認識できる。そう。例えるなら、俺はこの世界の
You know, here's the scary thing, here's the fucked up thing. I feel like there's a non-zero chance that some fucking weirdo at an anime convention actually did try this fucking groping stunt, probably dressed as Kiyoma here, and then tried to, hand wave it all away by saying, I'm just checking to see if the D-mail worked. Would not surprise me if that happened. Oh, I look around expecting to see awe on their faces.
いいから座れ
You know what? Just smack him again anyway. I won't blame you. I do as I'm told.
わからないのか？観測者、すなわち量子力学的に言うところのシュレディンガーの猫の実験における箱を開ける人なのだぞ。
Man, I think now's a really bad time to keep harping on just to keep talking about pussy, seriously. Schrodinger's cat, a thought experiment proposed by physicist Erwin Schrödinger. Schrödinger intended it as a paradox that would refute quantum theory, but it has since been proven not to be a paradox. It is often referenced in fiction as an example of the complexities of quantum mechanics. A cat is placed inside a box. The box also contains a vial of poisonous gas. Okay, I'm not familiar with that variant. And a sample of some radioactive substance. If the radioactive substance emits an alpha particle, it sets off a sensor releasing the poisonous gas and killing the cat. Assume that the radioactive substance has a 50% chance of emitting one alpha particle per box, or one alpha particle per hour. After 1 hour, you open the box. The cat has a 50-50 chance of being alive or dead. The question is, was the cat alive or dead before you found it? According to Einstein, your observation of the cat's condition is irrelevant. The cat was either alive or dead before you opened the box. There you go. If you were curious about that, where that came from, that's what it means.
シュレディンガー
うわ、出たよ シュレディンガー。日本人のシュ
They
レディン
said
ガー
it's shredding there.
好きなんでしょ
It sounds like shred when they say instead of shrode. The Japanese can't get enough of that cat.
あんたも日本人だろ。
もううんざりって感じっすわ。猫が可愛いのは認めるがな。
Is he gonna drop... I swear at some point he drops a cat is fine too reference. The word kitten neko, corrupted for cuteness, used by cat lovers all over the internet. Daru's absolutely right. Whenever an anime wants to use quantum mechanics, the characters always talk about Schrodinger's cat.
とにかく俺はそういう特殊な力を宿す魔眼を持っている。その名をリーディングシュタイナーと呼ぶことについては、
そのリーディングしたいなって名前、バカっぽいからやめろって私も以前言ったはずよね。いかにも和製英語って感じ。漫画の必殺技みたい。文法としては破綻してるし、シュタイナーがシュタインのことなら前半は英語で後半はドイツ語とか、むちゃくちゃだわ。ちなみにこれはシュタインズゲートだっけ？それにも言える。
She's just lashing his hide right now.
まだまだ伝部の猛虎犯が取れぬようだ。
Bad call! Why are you talking about asses, especially now?
ネーミングは五感がすべて。かの天才レオナルド・ダ・ヴィンチにも被験する俺の想像力は文法などというつまらない決まり事に縛られたりはしないのだ。
Thank you! Thank you, Kurisu. Thank you. She hits me again. I'm seeing stars.
少しは反省しろ。
すいません。
Oh, Lukako is still crying. Have Lukako take a smack at him. As punishment, I spend the next 30 minutes on my knees under Kurisu's watchful eye. If I slouch for a second, I get the corner of her book. I'd accept being told die pervert if it were coming from Lukako, but why the hell is Kurisu butting in? I didn't do anything to her. Does she think she's one of those class president characters? Anyway, I flee the lab as soon as my punishment is over. The silent pressure from the girls is just too much to bear. I step into the sun and stretch. My legs are numb from the kneeling, so I can barely stand straight. At that moment, the Brontube workshop door opens, and out comes part-time warrior. Our eyes meet.
オース、
She's less energetic than usual.
なんでそんなふにゃふにゃしてんの？
こういう体操があるのだ。
Yeah, he's doing squats.
ふーん、知らなかったな。
Suzuha answers listlessly as she sits down on the bench. When she aimlessly gazes skyward, I follow suit. Huge clouds are slowly swallowing the blue. Kind of the opposite of blue gender, and blue gender's the blue swallows you. A helicopter flies overhead. I can hear its propellers slicing the air.
絶好のサイクリング日和だね。
そうか？
But it's so damn hot. How can you exercise on a day like this? I'd rather drink hot coffee in a well-conditioned room, or in a well-air-conditioned room, rather, while browsing the net. Now that's a luxurious way to spend summer break. If only the lab had air conditioning.
あのさ、ちょっとサイクリングしない？
Seriously? She has to be joking.
チャーリーは1台しかないではないか。
Make him sit on the handlebars.
二人乗りすればいいじゃん。
Or the back, yeah. Give him the back seat. Have him ride bitch.
バイトを放り出していいのか？
Suzuha pops into the store. She's back in less than a minute.
許可取ってきた。どうせ客なんて来ないし。
I tried to think of an excuse to refuse, but nothing comes.
俺はマッドサイエンティストであった。サイクリストではないのだぞ。
No. Lance Armstrong was the mad cyclist.
なのになぜ俺がお前を後ろに乗せてこがなければならないのだ。
Lost his balls, but discovered doping.
その昔アリストテレスが言いました。時間は運動の数であるってね。
Oh, this goes back to some of the time convos we had with Ferris.
だから運動した方がいいよ。
And this is character number 3. She's got this on her face, so we'll throw that up there as well, because why not? Oh, that doesn't make sense. I'm exhausted. We barely made it to the station. I'd die if I went another block. This was a terrible idea. I should have known better. I get off the bicycle and sit against the station wall. Suzuha sets the bike against the wall and crouches next to me. Sitting on the ground is undignified for a man of my stature, but no matter. I just need a few moments... Need a few moments to catch my breath. I watch the crowds of people move past. Nearly all of them are men. Here and there I see people carrying large boxes, most likely PC parts or appliances. There isn't an anime poster in sight. When Akiba changed, so did the people who visited it. Oh, Mayuri. Okay, do you like Luka-chan? But Okarin, the last time there was a girl you liked, didn't you say something like, going out with me will bring you misfortune, so I'll just watch over you from afar? Huh. This atmosphere, it's kind of retro. It's the Akiba I've only seen in pictures, Akiba at the end of the 20th century. The electric town in its purest form. It has risen from the ashes of the past, and the only one who knows it is me. And nobody knows it but me. Little Tony Rich project for you. Suzuha murmurs.
東京に来たのは10日前が初めてなんだよね。
Huh? I didn't know that.
夏休みを利用した観光ではないよな。
父さんを捜索するため。
Oh, okay. That's a strange way to put it.
蒸発でもしたのか。
Looking for her dad. The second dad. Well, I guess technically the third dad we've had conversations about with Mr. Braun and Ferris's dad. I meant it as a joke, but Suzuha looks so serious. I hope I didn't screw up again.
もう何年も会ってなくて、この町にいるのは分かってるんだけどさ。
そうなのか。しかし、ならばバイトなどしている場合ではないのか。
Okay, Suzuha works at the works at the Braun Tube workshop from 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. every day. I doubt that leaves much time to search.
当てがないっていうのが正直なとこ。
警察に捜索願いは出したのか。
うん。
だったら出すべきだろう。あとは金があるならば更新所に頼むとか。
No, nobody has money in this game, unless your name is Ferris.
それにいろいろ事情があるんだよ。
Issues, really. Oh, daddy issues. Okay.
一回だけチャンスはあるんだ。そのチャンスが明日なの。
Oh, what happens tomorrow?
ある場所に現れるかもしれなくて。
A certain place. That has a rather ominous ring to it. Could her father be some kind of fugitive? I stay silent, unable to think of a response.
そのチャンスを逃したら、私もこの
離れるとは地元に帰る。
行かなきゃいけないところがあるからさ。私も多忙なわけよ。
Parallel priority engagement. What?
もともと明日会えなかったら諦めるつもりだったし。
Give up forever.
なんなのだな。わかるぞ、その気持ち。 誰も知らないこの町、不安な気持ちを紛らわすため、誰かに相談したいわけだな。だが残念だったな。俺のような狂気のマッドサイエン
Alright,
ティストの
let's speed through the chuny shit.
そんなお前は俺が実験台として使ってやろうではないか。
実験台って
決まっている。時間を遡ることができる人類科学の夢。
I've already explained email to Suzuha before.
お前にはその実験台となってもらおう。
どうするの？
What isn't he going to do at this point? Suzuha takes a step back. She finally realizes the danger she's in.
何？簡単なことだ。俺は今、D メール検証実験のデータを少しでも多く求めている。
Alright, let's get along. Move along.
過去を変えてもらうのだ。もっとも、その変えた過去を認識できるのは、この俺だけ非道だと思うのならば、勝手にするがいい。
Alright, already caught in your web. I get it. I get it.
いいことを思いついたわ。お前がかいいかよく聞け。お前は
Right, right.
娘を置いていくなとな。
君ってさ、いいやつだね。
Yeah, she doesn't know.
なに？なんかちょっとだけ楽に。
お前、俺を侮辱するつもりか。俺はいいやつなどではない。実験のことしか考えていない。
Women and children first, just like Van Halen.
お前の父親の携帯アドレスを教えろ。教えなければ俺の右腕が火を吹くぞ。ちなみに
Okay, enough of this right arm shit.
ね、無理なんだ。
あくまで逆らうのか。
父さんの携帯の番号もメルアドも
Hmm.
知らない。
Can't contact him. Well, that's a letdown.
まあ、だからこそ明日にかけてるわけでさ。
心配などしていない。実験台にできなくてがっかりしているだけだ。
Hmm.
でもすごいね。メールを過去に送れるなんて人類初のタイムマシンじゃん。
ふん、すごいのは当然だろう。
Yeah, yeah. Hoin Kyoma. I know, I
アッ
know.
プグレードの予定は？
Upgrade.
アップグレード？
Yeah, that's what
こ
I...
のタイムマシンのアップグレード。例えば、人そのものを送れちゃうようになるとか。
Alright, sending people to the past. No good ideas yet, though.
だったらさ、作る前に一つ
Hey, word of advice.
マキセ・クリスは仲間から外した方がいい。
Yeah, she's bringing her up again.
そういえばお前、あいつのことをやけに嫌っていたな。
さてと、そろそろ工房に戻らなくちゃ。30分休憩をもらっただけだからさ、そろそろ帰んないと怒られちゃうよ。
Alright, get back from your break. I stop Suzuha as she gets on the bike.
明日は父親と会え
Alright, come to the lab, come to the slab.
なんで？
お前の昇進を利用して D メールを使わせてやる。
Alright, alright.
さすがマッドサイエンティスト。悪逆非道だね。もし父さんと会えたなら行くよ。その時はみんなで祝福をあげてよね。
She laughs happily. Then she starts pedaling, leaving me behind.
待て、俺も乗せていけ。おい。
Suzuha doesn't wait, leaving me with no choice but to run back to the lab.
これより作戦名
Alright, alright.
フリームニルの概要について
Okay, going to infiltrate now. What should I do? I'm nervous. I can't see my own heart. Like peeking through... I can't see my own heart like peeking through frosted glass. Wish me luck. Over and out. Huh. Eldhrimnir. Eldhrimnir. Okay. In Norse mythology, the cauldron used to cook for the gods. Okay, the only lab mems here today are Mayuri, Kurisu, and Lukako. I couldn't get a hold of Faris or Moeka, they must be busy. Daru, meanwhile, gave me some crap about having things to do. I was prepared for Lukako to refuse my invitation, but since she's here, I guess she's forgiven me, for now at least. At least he's using the correct pronouns now. It's the least he could fucking do. I've already explained to the lab mems what Susaha told me yesterday.
あんたは何するの？
俺か？俺はこれからバイト選手を尾行し、状況を逐一報告。
やめなさいよ、悪趣味だな。親子水入らずにさせてやれ。
いちいち突っかかるな、クリスティーナ。
Intricacies of his psyche. Okay.
人というのはそうやって一周されると意地でも自らの意思を
Right,
通したくなってしまう。
right.
独善的すぎ。
Yes, please.
そもそもクリスティーナよ。お前とバイト選手は対立していたはずだ。にもかかわ
あんたの行動が人としてダメすぎるんだろ。
そうだよ。邪魔するのはね、良くないと思うな。
Okay, even during the strategy meeting, Mayuri keeps working on her costume. Lukako hasn't agreed to wear it yet, but Mayuri's enthusiasm remains strong.
それよりも、どんな結果になってもあったかく迎えてあげようよ。そのために。でも僕、その鈴葉さんという人と。
Oh, I mean, Luca hasn't met Okay, okay.
鈴さんはね、とってもいい人だから。
Get ready to ride a bicycle then.
仲良くなれるよ。
いい人。
とにかく俺はこれから尾行を。
だからダメだっつってんでしょ。
調子の分際で俺に指図をするな。
Okay, in the end, I can't get permission to tail Susaha.
逃げたら承知しないからな。
Kurisu was forcing me to help her with the shopping. There's no way out. Away now, no way out. Away now, no way out. Give it away now, motherfucker, now keep it away. Hey, hey! Kurisu was really turning into a class president character. At this rate, she might take over the lab. To everyone's benefit. Wait, could this be what Susaha was warning me about? Nah. Anyway, time to get my head in the game. We must prepare for the Last Supper, Operation Eldrimnir. I'm just gonna... Okay, Operation Elden Ring, how about that? The Last Supper refers to our party for Susaha. In the event she reunites with her father, we'll just celebrate normally. In other words, it will be her last supper in Tokyo. However, if she doesn't reunite with her father, we'll kidnap her and force her to participate in our experiments. Sacrifices must be made if we're going to perfect D-mail technology. In that case, it will be the Last Supper on this world line. The lab's budget, most of which comes out of my pocket, is tight, but it's okay to party every once in a while. There's no such thing as low risk, high return. High risk, high return? That is how a mad scientist operates. I can already taste Susaha's despair.
あそこにいるのって。
Isn't that what? I follow Kurisu's finger to Daru, to see Daru emerge from a Yodobashi camera.
見つけたぞ、ダル。
I grab his collar to stop him from escaping.
お前、俺の招集に応じないとはどういう。
だから用事があるって言ってんじゃん。
He's got something or another to do.
用事とは。
Offline meet.
Well, you know what? I think he could do with an offline meet every now and again.
話にならんな。
いやちょっと聞いてくれよ。
Okay, hit me.
オフ会とラボメンガールズの手作り料理が食べられるパーティー。お前はどちらを選ぶ？
手作りだと
Yes, made by their actual hands.
そこにフェイリスターはいますか？
Okay. Before Kurisu can answer that, I whisper to Daru.
無論だ。フェイリスもラボメンだからな。
Okay, that was all the persuasion he needed.
そうどうしてバッティングするんだよ。せめて明日にしてくれれば。
どうする？決断の時だ。お前自身で選択しろ。
The last time is now, John Cena.
フェイリスターの手料理が食べたいです。
オフ会を諦めればそこで試合終了だよ。
諦める。僕はオフ会を諦めるぞ。
Give up the normie lifestyle. Okay. Daru surrenders all too quickly. When we return to the lab, Mayuri and Lukako are already starting preparations.
あれれダルくんがいるよ。
フェイリスタンはフェイリスタンはいずこに？
星だ。あんた騙されてるわよ。
フェリス
He's been bamboozled,
来られないって言ってた
been
けど
hoodwinked, schmeckeldorfed.
マジで？おいオカリン、これはどういうことだよ。ドッキリってレベルじゃねえぞ。
Not cool, bro, not cool.
次の機会があったら話をつけておいてやる。
ふざけんなよ。せっかくのタイムマシンオフ会だったのに。
タイムマシンオフ会？何それ？
僕がよく見に行く SF 関係の BBS があるんだよ。
Okay, heavy sci-fi enthusiast to meet up.
作家なんかも来る予定だったのに。僕はオカリンを許さない。絶対にだ。
You can do the hacking yourself.
なぜ先にそれを言わないのだ。そんなオフ会があるならば。
Suddenly, I smell something strange.
何か異臭がしないか。
一周？
Ah, damn it, Daru sharded.
タコ足配線のしすぎでどこかの電源がショートしていないか。
すみません。
Aw. Lukako's apologizing for something.
多分まゆりちゃんの作ってるお料理の匂いだと思います。
Oh, did somebody burn something? What? This is the smell of food?
私も手伝うわ。
Oh, okay, they're doing the whole ho ho ho, these girls can't cook type of humor. Alright.
じゃあ卵を温めてもらって。
Okay, I know what a tamago is. Oh, not to send eggs to the past.
ダメです。生卵をレンジに入れたら爆発しちゃいます。
ドアを剥ぎ取ったんだから大丈夫なんじゃない？
トトトトン
Hmm.
トトトン。まゆりちゃん、そんな持ち方したら危ないよ。
You're supposed to, like, pinch the back of the blade. What the hell is going on here? Daru and I exchange glances.
俺たちも手伝うべきか。むしろあのガールズどもをキッチンから排除す。
結果は同じじゃね？
めまいがしてきた。この現実を改変して。
me and you both, man. Me and you both.
ハゲドウ、オカリン、この恨み、末代まで忘れん。
本気ですまないと思っている。
Yeah, Daru has rescinded his offer to let you do him in the butt.
俺と共に。
For all time.
頼んだぞ。
It only gets worse. The smoke grows thicker by the second, filling my lungs with ash and tar. In less than an hour, the girls have transformed the lab into a Class 5 disaster zone.
I take out my phone and put it to my ear.
俺だ。どうやら邪神の封印を解いてしまう。
Yeah, sorry, your child has died of food poisoning and smoke inhalation.
連絡がなかったな。
オカリン、それ死亡フラグ。
Yeah, and we've gone over that before. A metafiction term when a character triggers a death flag, they have said or done something that foreshadows their death. A common way to trigger a death flag is to make a promise on the eve of a climactic battle. For example, when this war's over, I'm going to get married.
これがシュタインズ
Yeah, El Psycho Kangaroo. After the storm has passed,
うわー。
遅いな。
okay, the sun has already set. The food lined up on the table, none of it looking particularly appetizing, has already grown cold. I open my phone to check the time. It's getting late, the high school girls will need to head back soon. Was Suzuha able to meet her father? If so, they might have a lot to talk about. Goodbye. There's only one word in Suzuha's email. Does that mean she didn't meet her father? And now she plans to leave town alone?
そんなことはこの法王院教魔が許さん。あいつは実験台なのだから。
I fly out of the lab. I don't know where Suzuha is. All I can do for now is go to the station. If she's going to leave town, she should be using public transportation. If she's using the, Hibiya line, or the Hibiya line on the other side of the station, then I've struck out. But if she's going to take the bullet train from Tokyo, or, Ueno, then she'll have to pass through here. I carefully scan the thinning crowd around Akiba Station. Where is she? After about 30 minutes of watching the crowd, I spot something. My gaze focuses on a person walking from the main street. It's Suzuha, shuffling along with her head bowed. As she gets closer, I can see that she's wiping her eyes. Is she crying? I don't see anyone walking with her. I guess she couldn't find her father after all.
そこのバイト選手。
Suzuha looks up in surprise. I see the tracks of tears on her face. Just as her eyes are about to meet, Suzuha looks away. And then she turns and runs out of the station.
待て。
I give chase, ignoring the stares of passers-by. She's gone. Damn it! Where did she... Hold on a second. Why am I chasing her? Do I have some kind of urge to chase things that run away? That's stupid. I'm not a dog. Shouldn't I just leave her be? It's not like we're that close, right? Okay, going over the old stuff. But Suzuha is all alone in this town. What if I was the only one she could talk to about her father? I know she's hurting. She needs my help. Shouldn't I do everything in my power? Just now, I think I saw someone who looked like Suzuha. But the run from the station has left me exhausted. I drop to my knees, gasping for breath. My sides ache. I can't take another step. Even after searching the entire area around the station, I couldn't find Suzuha. I guess this too was the choice of Steins Gate. As I rest, I look up at the night sky. The satellite remains buried in Radicon's wall. I wipe the sweat off my brow and head back to the lab.
おかり、すずさんには会えた？
Nope. Everyone's still there when I return.
もう遅いからみんな帰るんだ。
でも
結局どうなったのよ。
そうだ、一人で納得してんなよ。
Hmm.
鈴葉には逃げられた。 どうやら
Yeah, ran, hit the road, belted it,
父親には会え
floored
なかっ
it.
たようだ。
そっか。
A gloomy silence falls. I can see the sadness on everyone's face. Oh. I begin to laugh. Yeah, we know what that sounds like.
岡部さん、どうし
走りすぎで脳に酸素が届いてないんじゃない？
Yeah, sure.
おかり決めす
Chill, bro, chill.
いや、お前たちがしょんぼりしているのが傑作。どいつもこいつも何をしょぼくれている。こんな時のために俺たちにはあれがあ
I
るではない
thrust
か。
my finger at the curtain to the development room.
D メールを使うの？
でもさ、この時間じゃ電話レンジの放電現象は起きなくね？
起きないのならば明日送ればいい話だ。
D-mails leap through time. It matters not when we send it, but when it's received.
誰になんて送るの？
今日の昼間の俺自身へ。内容は
Okay, I smile triumphantly.
クリスティーナの脅迫に屈せず意地でもバイト選手を尾行せよ。
If I do that, there's no way I can fail. And then we can have Suzuha as a test subject. I suddenly hear the sound of rain. I look outside the window and see that rain has started to fall. As Daru predicted, the discharge phenomenon does not occur. It looks like we'll have to wait until tomorrow. The rain grows stronger over time, eventually becoming a thunderstorm. The next day, there isn't a cloud in the sky. It's hard to believe it rained all night. There's Daru. The satellite disappeared. Check the news, Ocarine. That satellite up and disappeared. Oh noes, LOLOL. They say that the satellite disappeared. I wonder what happened to it. Did it fly away? It's like a magic trick. Well, good night. It's fucking 2 a.m. 1:38. I keep checking the Brontube workshop through the window, but the morning passes without any sign of Suzuha. So she's gone. And there's no more satellite. Huh. She's probably long gone from Akiba by now. She doesn't know who she's dealing with. She is but a pawn in my game, destined to fight for me at Ragnarok. At the stroke of noon, I activate the phone wave, name subject to change. The destination is my phone, yesterday around 4 p.m. The discharge phenomenon occurs as normal. The floor shakes violently. Squinting against the glare, I send the mail. And Divergence has shifted yet again. My brain shakes violently, my vision flickers. As the vertigo passes, I can hear my heartbeat and feel the warm blood coursing through my body. I blink slowly. That was the sensation of reading Steiner activating. And so I know Suzuha is ours. I hurry down the stairs. I step outside and look to the front of the building. What belongs there has returned. A mountain bike polished to a shining finish. And on the bench next to it, looking up into the summer sky, is Amane Suzuha.
おはよう、バイト戦士。
I try to remain calm as I call out to her.
うっす。
She greets me in her usual listless fashion.
サボり中か？
だって客来ないし。それに昨日は夜中まで上で騒いでた
Up all night partying.
すっごく眠たいんだよね。
What party did she go to?
誰が？
岡部倫太郎さ、昨日お酒飲んでたっけ？
I don't remember this party.
未成年なのにダメなんだぞ。
Okay, he's 18. Okay. We have shifted from a world line where we failed to stop Suzuha from leaving to one where we succeeded. As a result, the events of yesterday changed.
俺たちは昨日の夜、お前が父親に会えなかったので、実験台となってもらうための 最後の。
そうそう。昨日も君。
Okay, so she remembers that bit and bob.
昨日は私のために。サンキュー。
いまいちよく覚えてないんだが。俺は一体どうや
Yeah, how did that play out?
まさか本当に昨日お酒飲んでた？
He was drinking absinthe.
聞かせてくれ。
私がタイムマシンオフ会から帰
Okay,
ろうとしたら
back from the time machine meet.
ちょっと待って。タイムマシンオフ会？
Okay. That's the same offline meet that Daru was going to.
それが父親が現れるかもしれないという場所だったのか。
そうだって昨日説明したじゃん。
それで帰ろうとしたの。
Going home and then...
いきなり君と橋田至る、それに椎名真由里が現れて。
Okay, so Kurisu wasn't with them that time.
私はラボに連行されました。めでたしめでたし。
Did lines a blow off of Daru's schlong. So my pursuit of Suzuha was a resounding success. I can't help but smile at how smoothly things went. I don't know why the fuck I said that. Suzuha, meanwhile, looks back up at the clear blue sky.
昨日は楽しかったな。
Her tone is sincere.
マキセクリスさえいなければもっと楽しめたけどさ。あいつの作ったアップルパイ、殺人的なまずさだったし。
Yeah, it sounds like someone needs remedial cooking lessons. I tried to make a pie once. It was, that... If you remember from, Good Eats back in the day, Alton Brown had a recipe for a no-pan pear pie. I think it went over well, but people told me I needed to peel the pears. Yeah, that's where the good stuff is. Fuck 'em. The antioxidants and the fiber. You need that shit, man.
でも漆原ルカのカレーは極上。
Oh, okay, Luca can cook. Thank you, Luca. Someone can carry the team here.
君たちのラボ、サークルみたいなものだっけ？みんな仲が良くて、いつも楽しそう。あんなに心地いい時間は。
Never had this much fun with the homies before in your life. It sounds like Suzuha had a pretty dark childhood. Maybe she was bullied in school. Could that be related to her father's disappearance?
バイト選手よ。約束通り、お前には実験台になってもらうぞ。
でもさ、この前も言ったけど、私父さんのメールアドレス知らないんだって。
ならば実験はいずれ分かった時まで延期だ。
Okay.
ちなみに、実験に用いる電話レンジカッコ仮は、我がラボの最高機密事項のため、外部情報を漏らされないよう、お前には。
Yeah, get her silence.
ラボラトリーメンバーの略だ。
Okay, one of us. Join the
嫌で
club.
もなってもらうぞ。お前は今日から。
Okay, she is 008. Alright. Suzuha lowers her head, no doubt awed by my proclamation. I hear what sounds like a sniffle. Then she looks up, revealing a smile.
しょうがないからさ、実験台になってあげるよ。
まだ帰ったりしないよ。
もうちょっとだけ頑張って。
Yeah, she's got a little bit of unfinished business.
お前は今日からラボメンなのだ。何かあれば、ちなみに父親についての手がかりのようなもの。
And he leads on your old man. Suzuha hesitates a little. Then she stands up and turns to me. Her expression is grave.
私の父さんはタイターって名乗っている。
Huh.
タイターってあのタイターか。
Oh no, John Titer's your dad.
知ってんの？もしかしたら今は違うコードネームを使ってるかもしれ
Maybe
ない。
using a different alias. I don't just know about him. He's been active on channel for the past several weeks. I open the channel thread on my phone and show it to Suzuha.
見ろ、ジョン・タイターという人物が書き込みをしているだろ。
Suzuha stares at the screen.
これで謎は解けた。お前の父親は アットチャンネルにいる。
Oh, I think they're gonna do a wibbly wobbly timey wimey here.
あ本当だ。
っておい、なんだその淡白なリアクションは。
いや、この人じゃない。
Not that John Titer. Different Titer.
なぜわかる？お前が今父親はタイターと名乗っていると言ったのだぞ。
私にはわかるの。とにかくこのタイターは父さんじゃない。
Totally not my dad. That's a strange way to put it. It's almost like she knows who's behind John Titer. As if to answer my suspicion, Suzuha continues.
ジョンじゃないんだよ。私の父さんが使っていた名前は
Was what?
バレルタイターって言うんだ。
Barrel Titer. Okay, we finally made it to Chapter 5. Okay, so let's go ahead. Let's drop the shave here. Alright, Chapter 5, Dogma in Event Horizon. You know what? Just a little shy of 4 full hours, but that's fine. We can pick this back up sometime later in the week. I guess we'll call it a stream here. It is a Sunday night after all. Do want to get to bed at a reasonably decent time. So that'll do it for us. Appreciate everybody who visited the chat, stopped by, chatted, lurked, did what they needed to, ingested the stream in the way they deemed most appropriate. That's fine, that's perfectly fine. You do you, etc., etc. Let me take a little glance, take a quick little glance. Who is out and about at the moment? Okay, someone who hopefully hasn't been going for too long. Okay. Not exactly time travel, but Slump Neko is playing Super Mario 64. So that's always a swell time. That's always a good time with the Mario and the 3D and the jumping and the pumping. So we'll go in her direction. And like I said, I want to try to knock out Steins Gate before the end of the month. So if I'm feeling up to it, expect some streams from me sometime this week. But until then, everybody, until next time, this is Poncho Smith signing off. And as always, good night, good luck, and I will catch you all in the next one. Later.